Yeah. Party people, let me see you now. Throw your hands up, yeah. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me, yeah. We got the, yeah. Party people, let me see you now. Throw your hands up. We got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me. Yeah, we got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me. Yeah, we got the good rhymes, we're making the good times. We're taking over your mind and we're getting the good vibes. Now you're telling me don't stop the melody. Good times ahead of me. Yeah, we got the good rhymes.
Hi, I've been talking to myself for the past 30 seconds with no sound because my mic was muted. So, anyways, let's try this again. Shall we? God, I'm dumb. Okay, hold on one second. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. It is June 1st.
Lol, sorry, lol.
La 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 la. Anyways, okay, welcome. It is June 1st. It's Gemini season. I'm a Gemini. It's 10 days away from my birthday, and let's get ready today. Okay, listen. Don't be dumb before we start. I put the chat up here. I'm going to have to change it to white. I don't know what's going on. Okay, listen, I'm trying. Okay, old lady streaming. I am back. I am refreshed. Obviously, you guys know what happened last week with my sister. We went live. I took the weekend off. I have reset and we are here. A couple of housekeeping notes. We are going to start this portion of the Greg Gillespie document reading over again because I forgot where I was. I only got 4 pages into the documents, so we're going to start that again. Number 1. Number 2, so we know that I have a babysitter for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I wasn't able to do Tuesday, Thursday. However, my daughter's going to go to camp and my son for the month of June is going to go to school. So I'll be able to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays from like 8 to 11:30. I know it's early, but we have replay crew. You don't have to be here like right in the midst of things. I know it's fun, but also I just want to get my streaming time in. I didn't expect this to become a streaming channel, but this is who we are now. So anyways, with that being said, hello everyone. I see all of you in the chat. Welcome. Hello replay crew. If you are back, I don't know. I feel good. I'm so excited to be here today. I am happy. And there's a lot of, I need to change. Hold on. Let's see if I can change this right now, actually, so you guys can see it. But then if I move this, hold on. If I go here, oh Lord. This whole thing is a mess. I tried for you guys. I'm trying. I'm trying for you, friends. So let's see. It's got to be maybe if we go like this to like not cover my face. But because it'll keep going up. All right, let me see if I can just change. I'll go into Stream Elements. Let me see if I can just change the font real quick to white because I tend to wear a dark shirt anyways. I'm going to have to figure this out so it's better for you. But I know that you guys want to be able to see the chat. I know that sometimes it doesn't come up in the thing. I don't know why that doesn't work. But give me 1 second. Let me see if I can change the font to white, because if I can change the font, then you'll be able to see it. Let's see. Text settings, height, stroke, white. White. Save. Nope, that definitely wasn't it. Okay, how do I undo? Oh no. What did I do? Oh, because the transparency is... Okay, so I want it like this. Save. Oh, Lord. Now I've killed it. Guys. Oh, pick a font color. Here. White. Oh, wait. Shit. Text stroke. Have I ruined it now? Okay, I just ruined something. It's all gone now. God bless it. How did I do? Text stroke should be black, white. Save. Now it's not in there at all. All right, let me see if I can do this. I need help. I need somebody in their 20s to help me. All right, that doesn't work. What did I do? Shoot. I did something to the text stroke. Oh. I made it non-existent. I made it really small. What if I do 100? Nope. That's not it. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to leave this alone. All right? And I'm going to do this off. We're just going to get the show started, okay? We're just going to wash our hands of this. Brad, I know I need Brad. Actually, I think it's Greg. And Greg has done this to me. But it is what it is. I'll figure it out, and we'll just pretend like none of this ever happened. It's all a Wayne's World fever dream. And yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. Okay, so where we were last time before I got so rudely interrupted by my sister's ex-fiance and their shit-ass family. We were doing Greg Woodnick. Let's see, hold on. We just got done with the 77-page document here, and then we were down at August 27th. Woodnick Law paralegal emails Laura about an upcoming appointment with Arc Point Labs on Scottsdale for non-invasive prenatal paternity test following week. So that's where we're at right now. So we are August 27th. Oh, the other thing that I want to tell you guys is I watched the documentary yesterday and took notes on Mackenzie Shirilla and the crash. I have thoughts. So let me know if you guys want a video on that. I have notes. I have thoughts. Anyways. Okay, so Gregory Gillespie is the defendant. Laura Owens is the plaintiff. Response to Laura's motion to seal all court records. Of course, she wants to seal the court records because, in my opinion, she doesn't want anybody to see what a terrible piece of shit she is. Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato. So we had gotten through this, and this is, yes, we want a video. Okay, perfect. So we had gotten through this, but we know that when Zaddy shows up, he gets the music. And her parents. She's terrible. I'm more interested in ripping her parents apart than I am with her. So. Yes, Shirilla, please. Okay. Then I will do that. So, Zaddy Woodnick shows up. and he said that Laura provided a sonographic image to Greg on August 6th, and Greg reverse Google imaged it and found that it was from a blog post to which he sent to Laura Owens, and that's when she was like, "Oh, you want to call me on my bluff? Now I'm suing you," is what she said. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, the mom, don't even get me started. We'll talk about this at the end. Because just So, hi, Carla. Okay, so then plaintiff sent defendant a fabricated email exchange on August 22nd. Hey, yay! Thank you for that gift of memberships. We appreciate you. Oh, yay, I'm a sacrifice. Geriatrics. Geriatrics. You are now a member. Enjoy all your perks. Also, I can hear all of my alerts. I finally figured it out. Hey. Plaintiff sent defendant a fabricated email exchange on August 22nd of 2021, purportedly between herself and California attorneys, which we know do not exist. Well, they exist, but they weren't representing her at all. She lied again. Surprise. One of the attorneys and the legal assistant on the exchange were not even employed at the firm at the time of the alleged emails, and the firm has denied involvement in this matter. So Uncle Joe Cotchett was like, I'm not in on this. As absurd as it sounds, I love this. Come on, Zaddy. As absurd as it sounds. Plaintiff has attempted to weaponize this civil litigation in order to force defendant to date her because she has no redeeming qualities and can't find a man otherwise. So, he can time travel. I love that. Yep. The mental abuse and the misusing of the legal system to take food out of the men's and kids' mouths. Yes. Hi, Seamus. Good morning. Plaintiff informed defendant's counsel that defendant could contact plaintiff if he, quote, rethinks his decision regarding a relationship. Which sounds like blackmail to me. In an email to defendant's counsel on August 23rd of 2021, she states, if he chooses to stand behind his words, I will file to dismiss with prejudice all charges related to this case and not file the criminal and family law cases. All I am asking him to do is keep his word of dating her and wanting and being with her. If he does that, everything will be dropped. If he gives me what I want, I will let this all go. If he does exactly what I say, I will let this go. And I don't know on what planet this does not sound like blackmail. It's punishment. It's absolute punishment. To be honest, I have a bit more grace for Ron than Jan, since Parkinson's can cause cognitive issues, not absolving him by any means. Just out of the crappy character, I think I rank Jan and Laura higher. I don't disagree. Yes, I would love to enter into a serious relationship with you after you've cost me tens of thousands in legal fees. Exactly. RJ, tell me, RJ, what other reason would you date a woman? Because she has a good personality? Because she's funny? No. Because she ran you through the legal system for years. That's why you date a woman. Right. How is this not coercion, blackmail, extortion, any of the above? D, all three? I don't know. Emphasis added. He can contact me if he rethinks his decision regarding a relationship. On September 1st of 2021, defendant through counsel informed plaintiff that she would be facing fraud allegations, counterclaim, for what has occurred, and that it would be wise to abandon her malicious claim to end this nonsense. Because that's what it is. Nonsense. I need to read all the text. I haven't gotten that far yet. Number 3, the plaintiff's motion to seal is deficient. Sealing a case is reserved for matters where an overriding interest exists to support filing the documents under seal. A self-aggrandizing podcaster, which is what I think I should put that in my bio. Hey, Barbecue Queen, this is what I'm going to put in my bio. Bacon Bears, a self-aggrandizing podcaster. That's me. who refused a paternity test, ignored Title 25, doctored images, and who may have entered into this bizarre and nonsensical civil lawsuit or civil suit as fodder for her podcast, is not entitled to Rule 5.4 relief. Oh, also, I didn't do the regular YouTube shtick. If you guys are not already subscribed, please consider doing so. We have a lot of fun. We go live basically every day. We're here talking. If you have not liked the stream yet, please go to the bottom, hit the thumbs up, help gets us out there. Really appreciate it. That said, the sad thing is, if at any point during the legal proceeding, the guys were like, okay, I'll date you, she'd literally have fallen over herself to drop all her legal BS. I don't know. Because to me, she's the kind of person that always has to have like one in the chamber. And even if they did do it, she doesn't allow them to, even when she gets what she wants, she's never happy with that either. I don't know if she would have stopped it. Lowe thinks love is purely transactional. Yes. You give me this and I'll do this. Caught up after 5 minutes of 2 times speed. God help you. I'm awful in 1 time speed. Rather than allege an overriding interest, plaintiff states she is a popular self-help podcast and victim advocate. I love that she's a self-help podcaster when she cannot self-help herself. Plaintiff also alleges that her desire is for any money won to be donated to a women's charity and that she does not wish to have her pure intentions and desire for justice to be public. Right. Because she doesn't want any of us to be able to read these documents for the clownery that they are. I don't think she was trying to get them to date her for real. I think she was trying to craft a story. Even when she gets what she wants, she doesn't trust it because she knows deep down how she got it. Exactly. 99 problems. Hi. After what happened with MM, I think and that's the thing. Please, you're perfect in all speeds. Thank you. That's the thing. I think you're right. She went in a different direction. I don't ever think this is about dating. I think this is about getting the men to submit to whatever it is she wants so that she can have that control and she can be in charge. You had a couple thousand subscribers at best. Calm down. Self-helping me to never turn into her. I mean, she's doing the world a favor. By the way, I saw a video recommended by a commenter, and it gave a different view on Lowe, and especially her dad's relationship on how Sarah's the favorite, and it's an interview with Megan. Oh, okay. Let's see. Like Mackenzie Shirilla, there would always be something she's trying to manipulate. And also the desire for fame in these two, strong. It was so nice to hear from your sister the other day. She was so excited. And also, too, like the kindness that everybody showed her on Friday, she still doesn't understand it. Like, she doesn't get it at all. And she's like, do you think I could come back? And I'm like, yeah, come back. Both of you. I told both of them. I'm like, you both could be on here. Right. She likes the attention from when she's the victim, but also she uses this victim narrative to come all the way back around to be the hero. She wants to be the hero so bad. And that's why the victim narrative works for her. Let's see. She filed the confounding complaint, and this is certainly not an overriding interest. Plaintiff's purported career Plaintiff's purported career and popularity is insufficient grounds. Further, plaintiff now requests to steal only defendant's motion to dismiss, despite stating that her complaint was an extremely private nature. Even though she says to Greg, which is interesting because she didn't say this to Mike, but she said this to Greg, that Joe Cotchett was the one who wanted to bring this mainstream because this would be a landmark case. And she was the one who brought it to Clayton and was like, well, I'll go public. And Clayton's like, I don't care. And then she went public. She wants it to be sealed so that people like don't see her side, but she has no problem threatening going public on these men. Became a member over the weekend to get sister tea. Yay! They need to come back for sure. Is your sister having fun on her vacation? Let me tell you something. I text messaged and we FaceTimed my sister, and my sister's hair was done. Her makeup was done. Her clothes, perfection. My cousin is in a pretty big band in Louisiana, and he is wonderful. He's a wonderful talent. So she was down there, and he plays gigs every single weekend. So she went to go do that. And she FaceTimed us and we were just like, yes, girl, yes. Like, it's nice to see my sister have her spark back. And I guess I didn't realize how much of that she lost until she got it back. Anyways, she had multiple opportunities to dismiss the matter. Clearly, the defendant's motion to dismiss showed plaintiff that her complaint backfired and that the defendant is not going to be forced into a relationship with her. The plaintiff seeks only to seal defendant motion to dismiss, demonstrates that plaintiff knows she has been caught fabricating allegations and that she will be facing allegations of fraud in a public court forum. Unfortunately, it did not come from this case. It came much later to now when she has 14 felony counts against her. I think they thought that this was going to turn into that. And it's sad because Greg had to go through all of that for it to get to Clayton, for it to get now that where it's at. 6 months having surgery this week. Prayers. Yes. Makes my heart happy knowing your sister is okay. She is. Revenge looks good. It does. It does. She looks good. She feels good. I'm happy for her. How Pork Chop got her sizzle back. That's right. Her situation before sounded like an absolute nightmare. It was. It will still take some time, but I hope it will be less time if she keeps herself busy. We had a conversation about it and she's like, is it bad that I'm just like kind of relieved? And I'm like, no, you've been taking this shit for a year by yourself. Like, I don't think that that's bad at all. I can't imagine this feeling your sister went through, giving your heart to someone for years, building your life around them, and then allowing him to be like, I won't be explaining myself. Anyways, plaintiff cannot benefit by having defendant's motion to dismiss sealed and have her salacious complaint remain unsealed. Oh, so she's just trying to seal his portion. No, her portion. No. Yes. She's trying to seal his motion, but not her complaint, so that everybody can see what she said, but not anything that he said. I get it. So, the entire litigation is nothing more than a paternity action if she is actually pregnant. Oh, we stand. Put that in there. Yes, if she is actually pregnant. And there is a pending motion to dismiss because plaintiff has not stated a legally cognizable claim. Plaintiff's motion to steal is an overt attempt to further her fictional narrative and possibly even a ruse to gain more podcast followers. I find that very interesting. Oh God, we talked about this, Stir Crazy. We talked about this so much of what her life would look like had she continued there. Both people are better versions of themselves, and that's what I asked her too. Are you better in this relationship? With a kiss from a rose. Hi, Bella's mom. She wants to seal his motion to dismiss so her claims go unchecked in the legal record. I find it interesting, and a lot of you have said this, like she wants to have a story, and that's interesting. Yeah, a ruse to gain more podcast followers. I never thought about it that way. I just sent the video to your Insta so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. What were we talking about? My brain is at hyperspeed today. So oh God. Yeah. I'll have her tune into that for sure. Plaintiff simply cannot be permitted to seal defendant's motion to dismiss because it reveals the false nature of this behavior, her behavior. The court need merely look at Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Okay, and then this is all this, and then we'll get down to the exhibits. So here we have Exhibit A. This is the text message. And this is, let's see, move this over. So this is to Greg. This is the one with the Fiverr logo on it, if we can get close enough, right? It's blurry, but I believe it's right here. It's right in here, this area. And then says, looks like you're going to be a dad. Oh, wait, no, I'm doing this all wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me see. La 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 la.
Looks like you're going to be a dad to 1 or 2 babies. Was sick enough to go to the clinic this afternoon and had to get an ultrasound to make sure I wasn't having an ectopic pregnancy.
Actually, let's talk about this real quick. So you had to go get an ultrasound to make sure that you weren't having an ectopic pregnancy. What about the pregnancy? What about your body would alert you to think that you were having an ectopic pregnancy? That would be a question that I wanted to know. In real life, if real life doesn't stop interfering with my bacon time, I'm gonna flip out. I'm also a part of Rewatch Crew, mainly because that's all right. That's all right. We stand our replay crew. We love our replay crew. We love our live crew. We love people who watch it 4 days after crew. Whoa, Caps. I do that all the time. I do that. And then people will be like, why are you screaming at me? So here's the thing about ectopic pregnancies, right? I know quite a few people who, I know 2 individuals who are very close to me, who I've been with when they have experienced ectopic pregnancies. One in her pregnancy was spotting, and she alerted the doctor. She knew she was pregnant. She alerted the doctor. She went in. They did an ultrasound. They found out it was an ectopic pregnancy. Another friend of mine, hi Ville-Marie, we were working together. And during the day, she's like, I don't feel good. She knew because she was spotting and she had a ton of pain. She knew that she had an ectopic pregnancy. And she's like, I have to go for a procedure on whatever day. She ended up going into shock that day. White ghost, like losing consciousness. They came, we called 911. They came, they got her. It was a big deal. You don't just go. Like, you don't just go to the doctor and you're like, can I have an ultrasound to see if I'm having an ectopic pregnancy? Like, it does not happen that way. I think ectopic pregnancy symptoms are severe pain and fever. My neighbor died from one. That is horrific. I am so sorry. And yeah, you don't just go to the doctor and you're like, can we see if I have an ectopic pregnancy? No, there are things that go along with having an ectopic pregnancy. So what was it? I would love to ask her, what was it that made you go to the doctor? Hi, Johnny. Oh, okay. So back to low.
I wasn't. I found out that I've been pregnant with twins. Twins. Looks like one of them passed or isn't doing well, probably because of the medicine I took. I had the option of a surgical abortion and elected not to. If I'm going through this on my own, I will let God decide if he wants both, one, or none to be born. And the kids would deserve to know their father's side of the family. I'm giving you one more shot, too.
Okay. And then he sends this back to her. So this is from Greg. Ah, here it is. Here's the Fiverr logo. We found it. We found it. We found it. Fiverr. Right there. You can see it. What an idiot. Oh, somebody requested the song. Go to trial. We believe you, tell your story. Go to trial. We want to hear it. You are innocent. Give us the evidence. We believe you. These men are wrong. You can do it. Do it, do it. Go to trial. You are innocent. Tell us your story. Make another TED Talk. Write some more Medium blogs. Maybe have the content. You do it, do it. Right, the kid. I love that too. The kid. The fetus. Well, she didn't go to the doctor. Carmen, not Electra. I love that. Well, she didn't go to the doctor, so there's that. Here is the Fiverr logo. Oh, Lord. And then he puts on there, I still believe, vanishing blogspot. So this is when he sends it back to her and he's like, hey, I see that you are lying. Go to Trial's my number one song played according to Spotify. Isn't it funny the Fiverr logo takes ages to see, but once you do, it's so obvious. Yeah, you can't unsee it. You really can't. Jacob! Jacob! How are you? It's Fiverr, baby. That cheap bitch didn't even pay for it. Ugh. Can't even pay the artists for their work. So here we have... Okay, so here we have the original photo, right? 5 weeks, 2 days. And then we have 11/12/2014. No Fiverr logo. And then we have hers. All of this. Fiverr logo. Unbelievable. What an idiot. Say cheese, you're fine. Don't worry about being late. I'm not sure I can spare the brain cells to endure her speak at a trial. Don't worry, it'll be me making fun of her. What do y'all reckon Lo asks her ChatGPT if he loves her? Casey Bauman from Greg Gillespie to Greg Woodnick and Casey Bauman. Hi, Uncle Joe. First of all, I hope you had a great weekend and that the smoke didn't get to you. I think we already read this, but we'll read it again.
First of all, I hope you had a great weekend and that the smoke didn't get as bad on the peninsula as you thought it would. I miss our dinners. I hope you get out here soon. Although I've yet to find another house of prime rib, so lower your standards for now. Again, thank you so much for the enormous help you've been in this sad situation that I'm in. Here's where I'm at. After many emails, I heard from Greg this morning. Can you believe it? He wanted to discuss things tomorrow at 7 p.m. I was surprised, but certainly wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt since all I have wanted is for him to keep his word. Since his initial message, I have sent more messages because that's what I do. I bombard people with messages and I just send them over and over and over again. I've sent more messages that I know he has read because I put little things on it, and they have been left unresponded to. How dare he? As much as I want to give him more and more chances, I don't think he wants them. I would give them to him, but he doesn't want them because he doesn't want to be with me. And I can't take a hint. I think the best call is to pursue alternative services and try to get him twice. One by posting on the house door, and the other by calling his company and finding a coworker to serve him. I think you're right that it would be better at making those phone calls than me. I texted you the coworkers who we could ask to serve. Once that happens, we can file for punitive damages like you recommended. I really do stand firm in staying under $100,000 in punitive damages, but I guess it also depends on the damages to the child. Although, wouldn't that also be covered in family court? I will think about what you said about trying to go for a settlement straight out of the box. I don't want to play this nasty. Honestly, I just wish this never happened and that we could just be happy like he said we could be. Here's hoping he proves us wrong. I'm giving him one more change. Love, Laura.
Ugh. Anyways, I wonder if she ever thought it would be weird and suspicious to claim twins every time. Like, does that even happen? I don't think she thinks that far ahead of it, honestly. I really don't. She keeps harping on about keeping his word. Ma'am, the court cannot enforce a pinky promise. Boyfriends can't pay her gym membership fees. Still hobbling around. Oh, Mr. Pike, get better. Fingers crossed for Uncle Joe to be a witness. Oh, I bet. Almost matches the soul. Let's see. Do we know if Fiverr freelancers can be subpoenaed? It would be interesting. Oh, I bet. I bet that was in the investigation that they messaged or talked to the person that Fiverr interaction came through. I mean, it has to be in her email, right? Can she afford a ChatGPT boyfriend given how much she emailed not boyfriends? She'd be messaging AI about 500 times a day. Well, thanks to Laura, we're going to be in a climate issue. She's like, draw up a picture. I want you to merge Clayton, Mike, Matt, and Greg's face all together. That will be my ultimate boyfriend. And then speak to me like you love me. This is the lawyer she absolutely didn't retain, yet giving him Greg's coworkers' details and info on how to serve. Right. Well, this doesn't exist, Jill. This doesn't exist. I think she knew that people would figure out about her past allegations. Hi, Winks. How are you? My grandma had an ectopic pregnancy and she had to have emergency surgery and almost died from blood loss. Yes. Yes, I've had 2 people that I know that had to have emergency surgery. Hold me like I'm pregnant. I'll hold you like you're pregnant. All of you. I will hold you all. Data center right in Scottsdale. Look at all of you. You just want me to hold you? I hold you like this. Okay, so this is from Joe Cotchett. Laura! Hey, Laura. What's the update? Girlfriend? EM dash? What lawyer sends? And also, too, Uncle Joe Cotchett, who's like significantly older than her. He's like 70, right? I also love that he's like, what's the update? Question mark, exclamation point. Like, this is how I talk to my friends. I'm a 40-year-old woman. Ugh. Don't hold me like I'm someone uncomfortable. Wait, what? With unsolicited hugs. The first time I ever meet Bruce, I just walk up behind him and I'm like, no words. Oh, ghost watching. First of the month statements to send out. So busy day. That's okay, Sarah. We're happy to have you. Welcome in. Like, you could go to a jury and say these abortion pills I took damaged the baby. He needs to pay. She took the pills to get right. She did it. She did it. Mind you, Uncle Joe is over the age of 70. Good Lord. Good Lord. A real lawyer would not send something this long. All right, let's get back to business. Laura! What's the update, twin? I'm ready to get started on this the second you give me the go-ahead. Exclamation point. As much as I want this guy to be exactly the man he told you he is, I am not convinced that he is. I am always here for you. And the whole Owens family. Whenever you need me. And if you want me to go after this guy, I will make this case a top priority. Shh. Shh. Because I really feel you right now. I also pretended to have twins with a man who didn't want to be with me, and it did not work out. I know exactly what you're going through. I got you, girl. Allison sent me over the retention agreement and medical files. Every test result that came into our office matched what you had said. Which, I don't know why this is relevant, because you would have to investigate that evidence anyways. But whatever. You have an easy open and shut case. This guy has nothing going his way here, and I think he could provide for a real landmark case regarding abortion coercion. This may be very needy. And what does that mean? This may be very needy? And we could make this a public interest story with I have a Band-Aid on, sorry. Snap of a finger. However, in your interest, we could also just follow for judgment immediately so that you could start receiving money immediately. Which is interesting, because how is it that she can receive money? Oh, I guess from the abortion coercion. I'm like, you can't just receive money while you're pregnant. Hi, Don. Remember, any man would feel like the luckiest man alive to have you by his side. You were polite, kind, and thoughtful as a little girl, and those qualities have gotten better as you've gotten older. Regardless of what happened, I'm by your side. Regardless of what happens. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. From Allison Cordova. All right, let's see what we got. What's Bacon's email address? That's my opinion podcast12@gmail.com. It's in my bio. After the calories I took, I'm just pregnant with a food baby. What's the bet we will see Lowe in court taking out a harassment claim against a boyfriend custom ChatGPT she created herself? She needs to sue Sedona because that's who she took it for. Wait, what? I know she made up the Uncle Joe emails, but later accused Woodnick of being unprofessional for daring to contact him because she absolutely hadn't retained him and never said she had. Right, she's an idiot. See, I use those dashes a lot. Had no idea they were ChatGPT, so now I'm afraid to use them. I never knew what an M dash was before ChatGPT. Where have you been, Loca? Joe. Laura, where have you been, Loca? What a psycho, emailing herself back and forth cosplaying as a 70-year-old man. Oh my God. Wisco Bratfest. That sounds amazing. What a long and formal email from a lawyer. The shh gets me every time. I love that. Shh. You know what I just imagine, though? I imagine if they were in person, if I didn't have lip gloss on, I'll just do it, whatever. I imagine if they were in person and he was like looking at her and he was like, shh. Just like, you know, when you see that and somebody's like telling them to be quiet, but they just like shove their finger in their mouths. I do love that Laura freaked out after Uncle Joe called him. Whoa, Trash Panda, thank you. We have 5 sacrifices. Carla, Rachel, Ikimbo, Semper Fi, and Rhett's mom, you are all sacrifices. Welcome. All hail King Julian. That's me. Enjoy your... I just had a brain freeze. Benefits from being a member. Oh, my God. She's level 100 needy. This is a Lauraism that appears in Chase J. Jones writings as well. I haven't even gotten there, Bruce. I have not even gotten there. Ends with a dating reference. Also, who forwards privileged communication from their lawyer to the opposing party? Right. That's why you have a lawyer, so they can talk between themselves. Dummy. Dummy. I thought she said this wasn't about the money. Exactly. I use them in my audit descriptions. I'm going to need a refresher. I wonder, oh, dude, you guys. The teachers for my son's summer school sent out an email, and at the top it was like, here's a parent friendly and concise email. And I'm like, oh, you guys using the GPT? They accidentally copied and pasted that in the top. It was so funny. You can get extensive support during pregnancy in some states. Really? It is a public interest story. It is now. Ugh, God, this woman can even make a 70-year-old sound like a creep. The coercion story changed into Greg forcing pills down her throat and dislocating her jaw. I wonder if that's why she was trying so hard. You know what? I think, was it you who made those comments? Because I read that before, and I'm like, that's a great point. It escalated, and yet she still wanted to, be alone with him. Show yourself in this chat if you are an AI bot. Back from the ophthalmologist. What did I miss? Nothing. How was your appointment? Ye old open and shut landmark case. Right. And also, too, somebody said last time, if it was a landmark case, it wouldn't be open and closed. Like, it's like it would be a difficult case. What do you mean real lawyers don't send long emails? I mean, well, God, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall when Ron got the call from Uncle Joe. Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Where's the Fiverr logo in that email? She's using ChatGPT. You need a Fiverr membership tier. Oh, I should do a Fiverr tier. I got to tell you guys, so I'm trying to change some things up. Actually, if you guys ever want to give me like some ideas, like what you would like to see in memberships, please let me know. And I'll see if I can figure it out to get you guys more membership perks. Whatever you guys think would be, like, I'm new to this and my memberships happen fast and I'm trying to like keep up with them. So I am just trying to figure it out. And also I just like, what would the people want? Wait, what kind of benefits from being a member? So you get, depending on what tier you are, you get members only live streams, you get access to the Discord, You get emojis. We have early access to videos. We have ad-free videos, all sorts of little stuff. I'm also an M- user and a semicolon user, so I'm basically a bot now. I like the Fiverr employee should have flagged this request. Like, why was Laura saying she needed an ultrasound altered? Versus the world. It would be free for us who can't afford it. Yeah, because Greg said he wasn't so stupid to be alone with her. He had her number early on and knew what she was up to. Yeah. I think had he been alone with her, she would have painted a much different picture. So this is from Allison Cordova to Tony Stevens. Who's Tony Stevens? And Laura Owens. Laura, please see below. Joe's secretary informed me that we had actually received the medical authorizations from you. Thank you. Everything you told us about pregnancy tests and ultrasounds aligned with the timing you provided us. So it must be true because this law firm does not do any research. We just go based on what you say. There were no past pregnancies on your record. Interesting. And the 3 obstetricians you saw felt that the pregnancy was very consistent with intercourse that took place between June 30th and July 1st. Felt. They felt that the pregnancy was very consistent with intercourse that took place between here. They would know. We're in the year of 2024. They would know. Good Lord. Sharilla the Killer. A lot of times members just join to support the content creator, don't really expect extra content. Well, some of us at least, we appreciate your time either way. Yeah, I just want to make sure that people get like what they're paying for, you know? It's a transaction for me. I understand that some people just do it to like support the channel, but at the same time, like I want to just make sure that people like, I don't know, get something, you know? I don't know. But I get what you're saying too. I get what you're saying. But also, I just want to make sure, like, I don't know. You know? I don't know. Do you ever do old cases? The case that got lost between Gary Condit, Chandra Levy, and 911, Jeannie Harms. It's worth a look if you're done when you're done with Low. I can write those down. Absolutely. If you're in the Discord, we have a true crime like suggestions. And I can definitely do that. Yeah, members only live streams are weird. They're nuts. So many Fiverr contractors are overseas, they'll probably never find the person, and I doubt they'll flag the request. I'm so excited to be able to watch all the members only videos. The funniest part about this is people she was fake emailing didn't work there anymore. Right. I love the streams. I know, I always think we're going to do Laura Owens stuff and we don't. We just talk about anything else. Yesterday, I put Bacon Stream on my TV to keep my dog company while we went out. My son spotted the ultrasound and asked if that's one people can win. I can't. Oh yeah, I have to do that. I still have to do that. I have to go on that day. Okay. I'm going to do that. I promise. I said that as a half joke, but if people really want to win an altered ultrasound, I will sign it and send it to you. They have so much digital discovery on her laptop phone. They don't need the Fiverr creator. Yeah, the sermons. I love the sermons. They're so fun. You've made my day, Trash Panda. Having mouth surgery tomorrow, so I can bid. Oh, good luck. Ooh, honorary work wife. That's me. Hey! Michelle finally made a live listening from the UK. That's awesome. I want to go there. Bacon is a good noodle. Al dente. Friends with benefits. Oh, Carla, you're in for a treat. Get well soon. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Hi, Ms. Wings. We don't actually need benefits. It's great here without any perks. You guys are great. You have members only live streams? Mr. Pike, God bless it. They have also said that the abortion pills will play a big role in your child's development. Sorry. Can abortion pills affect the development of a baby? Abortion pills, mifepristone and misoprostol, are designed to end a pregnancy. While they do not affect a person's future fertility or pregnancy outcomes, this is from Planned Parenthood. Where is it? I just had it. Like long-term side effects. Hold on. Where did I just... They do not affect... where is it? I just saw it. Medical abortion is very safe. Medical abortion has been used safely. These include the abortion pills don't work and the pregnancy doesn't end. Some of the pregnancy tissue is left in your uterus, blood clots in your uterus, bleeding too much or too long, infection, allergic reaction to one of the medicines. In extremely rare cases, hey,
Those pills, pill emoji, certainly affected my development.
fake Laura Owens, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be prepping for trial? Oh God, you're a genius. Hey, you should start to feel better if you have symptoms, but riskier. Blah blah blah. If you have complications during your medication abortion, you have to go to the doctor's office or health center. In the unlikely, hey, thank you. Please send this $5.
Please send this $5 to Lo so she can pay the Fiverr guy for his hard work.
Somebody pay that poor man. Alexi Trevino. Oh God, fuck that bitch. I hate her. I hate her so much. Hold on. Where did I see it? Like all medications. Well, it says it in the AI version, and it said that it cites Planned Parenthood. So here, you can see this. So it says here in the AI overview, and it says that its source comes from Planned Parenthood. They stop fetal development, but it does not affect a person's future fertility or the pregnancy outcomes. So it's not going to affect the development of the baby? It's either going to end the pregnancy or it's not, is what you're telling me? Science? Science! The risk of major malformations is low, less than 1 in 1,000 or roughly 0.1% to 5.5% per Google. Oh, hi, Mary. Interesting. Mobius syndrome is increased risk of abortion pills do not terminate. Just Google it. Okay. And they wouldn't know that. All hail King Julian. No, it's King Julian from I Like to Move It, whatever that is. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, actually, because when I started covering this and everybody started coming into my chat, I told my husband, I'm like, it's like a cult. And they're throwing me in their fire and I'm their human sacrifice. I'm kind of like King Julian. Like I'm just a leader, but I just have a silly pineapple hat on. Like, I don't know. All right, we'll talk about Mackenzie Shirilla. I'll get my outline here soon. Let's see what else we have here about Low. They also said, it must feel like you have the weight of the world on you. Oh, the weight of the world. Something Jan says a lot. Yes, Madagascar. Your query needs to be, can fetus be harmed if abortion pills? Okay, well, I will just copy pasta. Google, can fetus be harmed? Carries a small risk of serious fetal malformations in the pregnancy. There you go. The risk Martian. Oh my God. Hello. No logic allowed. Not since Mary Lemkins. I haven't gotten there either. Maybe it means future pregnancy outcomes. No, it does say like can there be less than 1 in 1,000, which is lower than the standard statistical risk of conditions like Down syndrome. However, the risk is real and should be discussed with a healthcare provider. So there are things that can happen if it does fail. So here's aid access. Let's see. Chances of malformed Chances of malformed fetus. Oh, hey, look at us. Silly. Chances of malformed fetus. What are the chances of the fetus will be malformed if you have an ongoing pregnancy? If you have an ongoing pregnancy after using misoprostol, the risk of having a baby with fetal malformations is called Mobius syndrome. However, the risk is very small. The risk is smaller than the normal risk of having a baby with Down syndrome. This very small risk does not exist when a woman has taken misoprostol after the 12th week of pregnancy. If possible, we advise women with ongoing pregnancies to undergo surgical or medical abortions to terminate the pregnancy in order to entirely avoid the risk of having a malformed fetus. So, had she seen a doctor at any point in time? Wow, maybe somebody would have told her this. I don't know. God damn it, Bruce, there will be no logic here. Sometimes I'm my Maurice. I love you, King Julian. React to Daryl Brooks cross-examination. Oh, so me and Eldrick have been talking about the Daryl Brooks case, and I had to put a pause on some things because of everything going on with my sisters. I love the sentence in the letter that no previous pregnancies and very consistent with intercourse. Laura, pregnancy is usually consistent with it. Hey, idiot. Let's see. All right. But I have no doubt that the jury will sympathize with your situation. The next step is to fill out the attachment and the retainment agreement. So, and then she sends all this over. So here's the retainment agreement that we have here. And this is all her signature, which they redacted at another time. They redacted all of this. So there's that. So we have that. Exhibit D for D's nuts. All right, so this is from Laura to poor Mrs. Bauman. Brother.
Miss Bauman, I want to be clear that the reason I am filing this specific case against Mr. Gillespie is because he coerced me into taking abortion pills. Meaning he talked me into it. Not the fact that I've said he held me down and shoved his fingers in my throat. Not the fact that I said he dislocated my jaw. None of that exists right now at this point in time. Just the fact that he coerced me and talked me into taking abortion pills and the personal damages that I've suffered as a result of it. I am planning on filing a separate case this week through the family law court. I would, of course, be willing to have a prenatal paternity test done at ARC Labs when I am able to, which they say is when the pregnancy is at least 9 weeks along. The only 2 times I've had sex since February of 2020 were with Mr. Gillespie on June 30th and July 1st. There is no question that my pregnancy was as a result of intercourse with him, and I would be happy to prove that. In fact, I asked him in writing many times if he would do that. I just want to make sure that we keep these separate. Regardless of whether or not the pregnancy had survived because of the abortion and Mr. Gillespie's coercion, the result would be extremely damaging. Either resulting in no child when I was clear that I wanted to proceed with the pregnancy on my own, if not for his presence in my life, even though I told him that I would have an abortion if he dated me, or one likely compromised child, and possibly a second that did not survive. As a result of his pressure tactics, quite frankly, I don't see how either would work in his favor. I will be amending the current lawsuit for the additional punitive damages of $75,000, even though I said I didn't want any money. I would never waste my time and energy filing a lawsuit were it not for the fact that his actions were not only morally and ethically wrong, and trust me, I'm a girl who knows about morals. but they destroyed lives. He was very clear on the impact that this would have on me if he were to leave after the abortion, and it's all documented. I've spoken informally today with the attorney who I plan to represent me in this case, and he was concerned about the motives behind Mr. Gillespie's messages yesterday. He said that I had been very clear in my messages to him that I did not want him to contact me unless he wanted to maintain the promises that he made to me in order to get me to have the abortion, which were verbal. Not him putting his fingers in my mouth, not him dislocating my jaw, verbally. Okay? He said that he thought it was odd that Mr. Gillespie would have asked me to meet up, responding to my statement that I did not want to get together for any reason other than what I had written to him, and then responded with the time only to never follow up with where or why. He clearly hired your firm's services at this point, and based on his lack of response, did not want to resolve this privately. So it seems probable that he wanted to lure me into a dangerous situation. This isn't unrealistic of me to think, given the many threatening and intimidating texts he sent me to get me to take the abortion pills. In my complaint, and his very strong desire to not have a, quote, bastard child. I also have legally admissible evidence of him telling me the night after I took the pills that if he were to see me, he would call the cops and, quote, have them take care of me if he hadn't already done it himself. The attorney is worried for my personal safety because he believes that Mr. Gillespie will stop at nothing to ensure that this child is not born, and everybody is concerned for my safety, even myself. However, if he agrees to date me, I'll let all of this go, even though I am so scared. Please consider the situation that I was in. It is beyond cruel to coerce, verbally, not physically, to get an abortion and then the day after call them a psychopath for believing that a relationship with me was what he wanted. Block them on every form of social media and then say that if they were to be contacted, they would take these sort of extreme actions.
Hold on. I need to get to the chat. Oh, well, where did my chat go? All right, let's see. At 7 weeks, I had missed miscarriage and chose the medical abortion route. They advised after the first pill it would stop growth, and then the second pill was done to repel the fetus. I'm sorry you went through that 99 problems. She can't torture Greg with that. Happy Pride, y'all. Happy Pride. I didn't even, I forgot about that because it's my month of birth. I forgot about Pride Month. I had to do a blood test before and after confirm the pills work, or you would have to go get a surgical abortion. Yeah, that's what happens. 99, that's what happens when people see doctors. Oh, what do we get? I wonder if Lo and Sarah Boone are related. Don't they sound the same? Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. She tried to seal Mike, Matt, Greg, and Clayton. Disregard the fact that I brought up abortion first. Exactly. Call Brad. We need to call Brad. And I have 700 copies to show you. Laura inadvertently screenshotted the Fiverr logo in her text and phone call to Greg. Right. Blah, blah, blah. Tomato, tomato, tomato. God, this woman never loves a good informal conversation with her potential attorneys. I know. Hi, Jack. Jack! Okay, I wasn't watching your content specifically because I wanted to watch the documentary first, but I just watched about Mackenzie Shirilla. I have so much to talk about with you. Oh my God. I have so much to talk about, especially about what her stupid ass mother said in trial. Oh, Jack! I just watched it last night. Do we know how long she was taking the ACG shot for? We don't. She will probably deny ever taking them, though. Thanks, Loud Little Ducky. Can't believe her dedication to every single lie and scenario she created with each victim. Right. All right.
He also told me for days how sick he was with COVID and had me walk into a... God fucking bitch.
Had me walk into a trap. You went to his house uninvited. You went to his home uninvited because he wasn't answering your phone call. It was not a trap.
He complained early one evening that he felt terrible, then was unresponsive. No, he just decided not to take your message. All right. I kept asking him if he was okay, and I wondered if I should come by to make sure if he was okay. With a mask, my dad is very compromised and I don't want him to get sick, which is why I went over to a man's house who had COVID. Because I don't think about anybody else but myself. Around 11 a.m., I decided to come back there on my way home, which was 3 minutes away. He didn't respond to repeated knocks on the door, and I didn't know what to do. I checked on people before, but they've always been okay, and I honestly had no idea what a person is supposed to do if they suspect otherwise. I didn't know if I should call 911, even though I call 911 when people make videos about me, but not if I think Greg is dead. But it was a very helpless situation. I stayed. I stood around his house like a fucking dumbass for 20 to 30 minutes, and then I got a text from him as I was driving out saying that he was sleeping. So for 20 and 30 minutes, he didn't respond, and I didn't call 911 because he was probably dead. What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? He asked me, why would I come by? I explained since he had COVID badly and did not respond to messages, I thought he might be dead. He responded by saying that people don't die from COVID, unbeknownst to me. He was there the whole time. And he had snapped a photo of me at the door, clearly clueless as what to do. The day after the abortion, he said he could file harassment charges for me being at the door. I walked into a trap. I am unsure what his intentions are with me, but he seems to be calculated in his actions.
You know what I have to say? This is masterful. The fact that she could say that he is ignoring her and also like calculating this plan and turns it into this. Honestly, you guys have to admit she's got a bit of a talent. She's got a bit of a talent. Oh God. Might be sleeping. Right. And if you think he's dead, you drive away. I would be like, I'm getting you for neglect, bitch. Give these guys props for not calling Lo a creepy bitch. Yeah. My dad is handicapped. Yeah, read the fake Uncle Joe email again. It's actually pretty normal for someone to become unresponsive after you told them 100 times to leave them alone. They've told you. Oh my God. I hope you read the text messages because Dom is awful as well. That doesn't excuse Mackenzie, but it gives further context. She has been set up for failure by her parents. Justice for Greg's dog. There's also a ton of YouTube videos that cover it. Okay. No, there's a lot of people like, and I understand what the Laura Weaver podcast is saying. There's a lot of people who are upset with the fact that they tried to saint Dom. Do I think that what happened to him should have happened? Absolutely not. But they were trying to saint him, and there's a lot of things that have come out against him, is what kind of the conflict is. Let's see. She faked those Joe Cotchett emails. Her ability to be manipulated by imaginary means is incredible. I mean, it's a talent. It's a talent. Why she has too much free time? Because she does not work. Because she doesn't work. Anyways. Unfortunately,
There is no evidence or indication that Mr. Gillespie meant to keep his word. I have never wanted to be wrong more so than I do now, even though I'm never wrong because I'm Laura Owens and I'm always right. I most certainly did not force him into a relationship or to love me because we're not in a relationship and he doesn't love me. Unsuccessful, to say the least. I told him many times that I thought he didn't like me or he even hated me, which is true, but whatever. And he said I was just talking in circles and that he had been consistent in his decision to be with me. If he didn't like me, he could have just let me make my own choice. I told him I was fine with that. If he had to pay child support down the line, he could have just been a man, paid it, and avoided me. That would have been fine. He knew my strong desire to keep the pregnancy because of my faith and clearly acted with an evil, selfish mind to get me to do what he wanted at any and all costs. I didn't force him into a relationship, obviously, because we're not dating, which is why I'm messaging you to tell him that if he dates me, I'll kill this baby and we'll all be fine! But he did force me to take medical abortion pills. If my legal counsel was incorrect in thinking that Mr. Gillespie's text messages sent yesterday regarding meeting up for tonight was malicious, intending to cause physical or emotional abuse, please let me know. I'm interested. I would love nothing more than for him to be the man who I thought he was and blame his actions on a breakdown because of his COVID and stress that I caused him, because that's all I do is cause stress. If he chooses to stand behind his words, I will file to dismiss with prejudice all charges related to this case and not file the criminal and family law cases. He can contact me directly if that is the case and we can move forward.
So in here, she's like, if he dates me, if he holds to his word and dates me, it's fine. And then through up here, she's like, I am absolutely petrified of him. Let's see. It's really easy to see why the farm and the podcast made losses when the owner and the CEO is spending all their time doing this. Honestly, I have to tell you, I'm a stay-at-home mom. And when my kids were going to school and I wasn't streaming as much, I still had other shit to do. Like, there's anything. Do you know how much cleaning could have happened in the mesita? So much. The problem with sainting a victim is that you're falling into the narrative that you can only be a victim. Right. It's hard. No, he was a victim. Absolutely. He was a victim. But there's a lot of discourse happening right now because they have opened up some of his text messages. Let's see. Putting your parents into bankruptcy, job well done. Let's see. Would it have been fine, though? My magic 8-ball says signs point to no. How is she still trying to get into a relationship after all this fraud? Laura doesn't know the difference between a manager and a CEO. She doesn't know where to find her interest percentage in an LLC and documentation. She doesn't know the difference between net and gross pay. Bruce, she is the face. The face of these businesses. Like any judge actually reading this should have seen the conflicting statements. Right. She's petrified but wants to date him. There's always something to do. She is her own worst evidence. Yes. I needed the law to keep him away from me. Unless he wants to be my lover, then fine. Can someone explain to me how he forced pills that she acquired without him and she took without him? Right. Great point. I reckon I know what Lo should do for her very first job because she will need one, likely because she sent her parents bankrupt. She should apply to be a scriptwriter for The Bold and Beautiful. I love it. Or Young and the Restless, perhaps. Dear Diary, Laura Owens here. Oh, God. Let's see.
I'm very clear of my motives and stance. This has nothing to do with money, even though I want $75,000 from him, and everything to do with being a man of integrity. He needs to have integrity because I have none. All I am asking him to do is to keep his word. If he does that, everything will be dropped. You know
What's
what's
interesting too is in here, all she talks about is him keeping his word and then never explains to other people like what his word is. She never explains to anybody else like what the word is. And part of me thinks that she does that so she can consistently move the goalpost. All she keeps saying is your word, your word, your word. She never ties him in like these other things to exactly what she wants him to do. Like it's just interesting to me.
If he does that, everything will be dropped. However, it seems to me that he did whatever he could to get me to have an abortion and say whatever I wanted to hear in order to get me to do that. Doesn't seem like a good idea for him to enter this case trying to defend himself when there is so much evidence that he lied, even though lying to people isn't a crime. And if it was, I should be arrested for that because I do it all the time. If indeed his intentions were at best cruel and manipulative and at worst dangerous, then I would like to know how he can be served for other cases that would presumably not be handled by your firm. I'm sending a copy of this to him to get that information, even though I'm not supposed to contact him because he has legal representation. Cases without contacting him privately. My process server said that Greg was home each time he tried to serve him, and I won't go through the same fruitless process again to serve additional lawsuits. I would appreciate an address that would be best to serve him at. I hope that he is who he claimed to be at the start of this process and not who he seems to be now. I will leave it up to him to decide how he wants to move forward, and if he was lying so elaborately that he would take a $120,000 lawsuit, a criminal case for domestic violence, a family law cases to establish paternity and child support, and resulting legal fees over being a man of his word. If he is going to stand behind that lie, I would like to know his intentions behind texting me yesterday. He can contact me, even though he's not supposed to, at this number, because he has legal representation, if he rethinks his decision regarding a relationship and if he would like to be a part of pregnancy decisions going forward. All the best, Laura Owens.
Oh boy. Let's see. Laura will need a job so she can get that commissary. General Hospital is better fit, but we all know she's made for passions. She should take her face and get a real job. They need to go to Sedona. She needs to write for Passions. I had never watched Passions. The was in another email from another person. Let's see. I miss old soap operas, exorcisms, evil fake twins, goatees. Oh, God. Let's see. It's Rich calling him manipulative, soap operas. Soap operas had me in a vice grip in my youth. Oh my God. I hated them. He has a lawyer she could write. He has a lawyer. But she doesn't want to go through the lawyer. She wants to get Greg to talk to her directly. The was in a Chase J. Jones. I haven't gotten there yet. None of these ever claim to be anything. Okay, at the doctor now. We'll catch up on replay. We are here. Greg doesn't need to provide a place to serve him. His lawyer can accept service. Right. Federal mail fraud, allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. You don't serve criminal charges. I know. In the email, this has nothing to do with money and everything to do with being a man of integrity. Earlier in the same email, I will be amending the current lawsuit for the additional $75,000. Exactly. Miss Owens, Attached here too are the notice of appearance and acceptance of service that we e-filed this morning along with confirmation the filings were received. We will be sure to provide you with confirmed copies as soon as we receive the same. In the meantime, it appears that a brief review of the pleadings that have been filed to date, a non-invasive paternity test should be ordered. Mr. Gillespie is willing to pay for the test. Please let us know if you are agreeable. If so, we believe that Arc Point Labs in Scottsdale can administer the test, and we would be happy to contact them and forward additional details about the testing process. I am attaching ArcPoint's website below for your review. Thanks in advance, Casey. You know what? I wish I was like a paralegal just so I could send these just fucking shitty emails. If you're willing to, thanks, bestie. Because I bet that pissed her off. From Casey Bauman to Miss Owens, please note that we have been retained to represent Gregory Gillespie regarding the civil complaint you recently filed in Maricopa County Superior Court. We will be filing a notice of appearance and acceptance of service of the complaint today. Therefore, please direct all future communications to our firm. Or if represented, please provide us with your attorney's contact information so that we can communicate with them moving forward. Hmm. Exhibit E. For a bitch be exhausting. Oh, from Zaddy. Hey, Laura. You should have received the confirmation data from ArcPoint regarding the prenatal paternity testing. As I trust you will be advised by counsel, it is your choice to participate in the testing at this point. As litigation proceeds, that will not be the case, as the court will order the same pursuant to this case and relevant case law. You should be in receipt of our notice of appearance. The court issued permission for alternate service, but that is not necessary, as we have notified the court that we represent Mr. Gillespie. We are in the process of drafting a response to your complaint and a counter petition. You can avoid both litigation expenses and exposure to a sizable civil judgment by promptly filing your dismissal to dismiss your civil suit. Please be advised, as I am sure your Uncle Joe warned you was forthcoming. The counter petition will contain a fraud allegation, as the images you sent to Mr. Gillespie were confirmed to be recycled ultrasound from 2015. Greg has advised that he will suspend his counterclaim and related litigation once you promptly file to dismiss your civil suit and confirm that you are not pregnant. Greg. Such perfect music for Zaddy. If I hadn't seen what she looks like before watching your vids and voices, I definitely would have imagined Lo looking like, who's that? I don't know who that is. Let me look that up. Brooke Logan. Brooke Logan Forrester. Oh. Just some woman from The Bold and the Beautiful. That's so funny. If he chooses to stand behind his words, I will file to dismiss all charges and not criminal and family law cases. Translation, date me, or I will continue with multiple legal actions. As I'm sure your Uncle Joe warned you. Right. As I'm sure. We love it. So here's from Sarah to Laura. Oh, it's pork chop. Hi, I'm streaming. You want to say hi to everyone?
Sure. I'm eating a sandwich.
I'm eating a sandwich. Hold on. There you are. Oh, wait. It's going to show your name. I can't do that. Tell everyone hello.
Hi, everybody.
How are you doing? Are you happy? You having a good time? Good. Okay, I have to go. Can I call you after stream?
When?
2:30 when I'm done?
Oh,
Bye-bye.
oh, God.
I love you.
Goodbye.
Pork chop. Nothing says this isn't about money quite like immediately discussing increased damages in 6-figure lawsuits. Exactly. Okay, so that's the end of this. So let's go back to where we were. We were here. So that was August 22nd. So on September 1st, Woodnick Law emails Laura confirming that she should have received details for the paternity test, further stating that it's her choice to attend. So we've already been through all of this. So let's go to Exhibit A. No, wait. Okay, so this is the same. Okay. Oh, good. We're going to be able to fly. 2:30? It's not even 2:30 in the afternoon? No, it's 12:30. What? You're going to be here forever. Hi, YSL. Glad she's okay. She's doing great. Joe Cotchett allegedly responds to Laura's email expressing support. Let's see. Oh, we're going to fly through this. This is great. Oh, this is new. Okay. 18 pages of this. Let's see what we got. So, in the matter of Laura Owens, plaintiff versus Gregory Gillespie, plaintiffs reply to the defendant's answer and counterclaims. Laura Owens, responding to the answer and counterclaim of Greg, respectfully alleges as follows. Plaintiff replies, no response is required to the allegations contained in paragraph 1 through 8 of defendant's answer and counterclaim as they consist of defendant's response contained in plaintiff's complaint. Okay. Plaintiff's answer to defendant's counterclaims. Number 1, fraud. Fraud. The allegation in paragraph 1 should be dismissed, as Greg admitted to lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. No response is necessary, but to the extent a response is required. Laura denies the same and alleges that it is disingenuous for Greg to claim that he had information and belief that the pregnancy was fictitious or fraudulent. Plaintiff has given indisputable evidence. Where? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's 3:30 in the... Go to bed, Carla. Carla, go to sleepies. Plaintiff, Laura has given indisputable evidence of her pregnancy to Greg, providing him with office visit notes from the appointment he demanded she book. Oh God, he demanded that she have a doctor's appointment. To have a medical professional confirm her pregnancy? Oh my God. Who? How? Who? How? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you ask her to go to a doctor, to see a doctor while she's pregnant? How dare you? How dare? Which occurred at one medical group, Kierland, with Dr. John Jones on July 16th of 2021. In addition, Greg asked that Laura obtain a letter from her doctor on one medical letterhead to confirm the pregnancy, which Dr. Jones said was an unusual request. Yeah, it is an unusual request because she lies and makes stuff up. But there was that. Alfie, what happened? So many live streams and only one of me. Alfie, I don't know why you just got denied by... Oh, because it thinks you're posting... That's weird. Sorry, Alfie. It thinks you're posting links. Ugh. But it's still my son's birthday. Where you guys are, because it's still June 1st. Yay! Happy birthday. Happy birthday. The horror. Right. Not a doctor. Clinical proof of pregnancy. How dare? How dare we ask a woman? All hail. Welcome. Well, I just put it so like people don't spam links. Because some people go into like chats and be like, come visit my channel, blah, and then they put their links in there. The hurrah. I just, hope everyone, hi, Steph, how are you? And questioned why Greg would need to see additional proof beyond what he had provided in the visit notes. Because she's a lying liar from Liar Town. I'm a boomer and don't know how to say. Don't worry about it. Me too. I mean, I'm not a boomer, but I don't know how to do anything. Not an unusual request. Every guy should ask for proof. I'm a boy mom, and I would have marched the girl to the doctor for a sonogram and paid. Also, just a person who is pregnant should want to get prenatal care. So go just do that. Spamming all day aren't showing up. Yours are allowed. Go to your OnlyFans. Go to Bruce's OnlyFans. Good to see you. Thank you. It's good to see you too. Nevertheless, plaintiff obtained this and sent it to Greg immediately. Greg even asked for and obtained the login information for her One Medical patient portal to review the results himself, as he still did not believe her because she's a liar. You know, Laura, people would believe you if you told the truth every once in a while. Even after this, Greg demanded to have a voice call with One Medical Group to verify the pregnancy test results with a live person, which occurred. The video visit notes proof. The video visit notes prove that the defendant was given firsthand confirmation of the plaintiff's pregnancy by Lisa Nichols, nurse practitioner of One Medical Group. After giving the defendant the test results at the request of the plaintiff, Nichols asked Greg to leave the chat so that she could ask Laura if she felt physically and emotionally safe due to Greg's behavior on the call. Laura also provided the explanation of benefits from July 16th office visit from her insurance company, Bright Healthcare. Oh, she does have insurance. Look at her. Which states in part, please submit prenatal care with delivery fee at time of delivery. A notion only given with a positive pregnancy result. Given the exhaustive amount of proof, which it's not a positive pregnancy result. All we have is HCG. I'm the antlers of my business. I'm the face. Yeah, she also said she didn't write that letter. We get it. None of it's real. Not even you, the real Karsten. Not even you. Given the exhaustive amount of proof that Greg was given, his allegations that the plaintiff knowingly and falsely represented to the defendant that she was pregnant are false statements written with the intention of misleading the court. I feel like that's how she writes stuff. She's like, haha. Laura admits this allegation. Laura became pregnant on or about June 30th or July 1st, according to her medical examination. This timing is consistent with when plaintiff and defendant had sexual intercourse, resulting in pregnancy. Laura affirms that before meeting the defendant, she had not been sexually active since 2020, which I'm sure is a lie, because she likes to say that she doesn't have sex with people, and then she has sex with all the people. And I'm not slut-shaming. Listen, I don't care if you have sex with 13 dudes a day. That's none of my goddamn business. Go on with your bad self, girl. Don't do this shit. Kimbo, thank you for the jewels. Thank you. Nothing is real. We have fallen deep. She's exhausting. I can't manage what it's like for her victims to deal with her. Where does she find the time? Exactly. Therefore, there was nothing that would put into question the paternity of the fetus. My baby. Laura denies these allegations. Plaintiff had already given the defendant exhaustive proof of her pregnancy and had no reason to send fabricated ultrasound pictures to the defendant, even though there was a Fiverr logo on it. Why? Laura denies knowledge sufficient to form a belief as to the allegations. However, it should be noted that the defendant has altered the year of these supposed identical sonogram images between 2014 and 2015 in his filings thus far. I'm sorry. You're saying he altered them? You're saying he altered them? That's your claim? Why would he alter? You got you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't logic here. Don't logic here. The allegation in paragraph 5 should be dismissed as defendant admitted to lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. No response is necessary, but to the extent a response is required, plaintiff denies the same. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we deny. Deny. Had no reason to send fabricated ultrasound images is not the same thing as didn't send fabricated ultrasound images. Jack! I love the way your brain works. That's a great point. Had no reason. Jen, thank you for the jewels. Had no reason and did not send are very different. That is such a great point. This filing, in addition, additional evidence of perjury and fraud. She makes sweeping statements in the legal document that are factually false. Master hacker. Greg Gillespie strikes again. Yeah, and you know what? It's just such an interesting way to look at the words. And I'm so glad that, Jack, I'm so glad that this community has you, because you're right. Like, there's so many just like tiny, tiny details that makes it so slippery that when you really break it down and you look at it, it's like, oh God, it makes total sense. Like, the way that you break things down gives it total clarity. Yeah, I wish I understood things the way that he did. Jupiter! Thank you. Stay hydrated. I will. Number 11, plaintiff neither admits nor denies and has insufficient information to form a belief. The allegation in paragraph 11 should be dismissed as defendant admitted to also lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. Number 12. Defendant's claim should be barred by his and his attorney's own actions. The defendant had been given exhaustive proof. Man, that's all she says. Exhaustive proof. Ugh. It makes sense if you don't think about it. My brain, Michelle. My brain. Yeah, Jack makes you see things that you never would have thought of. It's such a great point. Like, there's just so many things that you're like, oh yeah, that makes all the sense. Jack should be an expert for the prosecution. I vote. All in favor of Jack being an expert for the prosecution, say aye. Me. Willing to take a paternity test later. Plaintiff admits to not taking a paternity test as it is not relevant. Yeah. Of the plaintiff's pregnancy, and therefore had no reason for believing that there was fraud in Laura's underlying complaint. And to make that justification for Greg's subsequent actions. Plaintiff has been humiliated by Greg's counsel for discussing such private matters with Joe Cotchett. Didn't you discuss private matters with Joe Cotchett? Didn't you tell him everything? Hey, Jess, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate you. The filing was repeated, has repeated some variation of the proof is unquestionable so many times that it starts sounding like a hostage negotiation. Jack Fox, all the best sense. Exactly. All the best. If only it could be used in a court of law like that. That would be epic. It would. It really would. Aye. Everybody. Jack's going for the prosecution. We shall make it so. A California attorney who the defendant knew was a family friend of plaintiff's and representing her father at the time in a civil matter. Plaintiff, Laura, explicitly told Greg's attorney she was pro se when asked. You sent them over the agreement. Why would you send over an agreement? Which also is interesting to me because I did not send over my payment agreement to my lawyer. I hired them. I retained them. They then do all the rest of the work. So for her to send Greg the payment was such a weird move. I mean, I get it. It's a lie. But also, she's always so embarrassed. It's humiliating getting caught in a lie. A California attorney who the defendant knew was a family. Okay, we got here. Despite that, the defendant reached out to Mr. Jokac's office to ask if he was representing the plaintiff because, Bacon, there will be no logic here. There will be no logic here. I think he's one of those friends of the family that's like an uncle, but not an actual uncle. Do as I say. You can't tell me now. The defendant knew that Mr. Kotchett did not practice law in Arizona, and therefore the only explanation for reaching out to him was to embarrass Laura. Mr. Kotchett's firm said that they were not representing Laura, yet Greg's counsel reached out 4 more times to his office in an effort to humiliate, ruin the reputation of, and frame Laura for fabricated documents that they claim had been sent from Laura to Greg between these dates. Did you not send them? Are you saying you didn't send them? Are you saying you didn't send them? She also said no reason to believe a fraud, etc. There wasn't a fraud. Right. No reason to believe. Damned HIPAA release. She thinks a fake receipt agreement is proof that GG and GW should be terrified of her. Uncle Joe used to appear regularly on Ron's show. Jack does not like just, and I have a bad habit of using that word. We call fake family members plastic aunts and uncles. This is the origin of Greg Hacker. She says Greg sent those. Bacon is my fake cousin. Bacon is your real cousin. You didn't know that? How are you just going to say I'm your fake cousin? Bruce. I thought we were real life cousins. I'm a bear. You're a moose. We both live in the woods. Makes sense. Hello? Well, she's the one who sent the agreement saying, right. She sent it. There will be no logic here. The defendant's counsel repeatedly begged Mr. Kotchett to influence Laura to dismiss the case against Greg with prejudice, with their last unanswered plea sent via email on October 7th. Mr. Kotchett verbalized his feelings towards Greg's conduct in an email sent to Laura on September 30th, which is shared with his permission. It reads, Dear Laura, thank you for the note. It is an extremely extraordinary story with Gillespie. I am glad you are pursuing charges as they can. Charges as they conduct is outrageous. If we can help in any way, do not hesitate to call. Best regards, Joe. Why is this italicized? Why is this bold? What is happening? What is this? I claim you all as my e-cousins. Laura claimed to this day that she never sent those ultrasounds to Greg. Right, despite having that phone call. My mom is everybody's aunt. My noni, my grandma, is everybody's noni. Is your plastic cousin, Bruce. I'm a cub, and I live in a cubby hole. Let's go. Steve was right. She is indeed a dumbass. I adopted someone here last week. If you're my new sister, please step up because I forgot your name. Like a real sister. Could somebody get bread from Ravjan on the... We all know what moose and bears do in the woods. Or so rhetorical questions say, does a bear shit in the woods? I always say that. A famous attorney thinks my case is extraordinary and outrageous is the legal writing equivalent of my mom says I'm right. My mom says I'm special. The same woman who says Greg's lawyer set up some shady stuff in Hoboken is... I can't even say... I can't even say it without the Jan. Hoboken. Is the same one who says her computer was hacked and he sent that to himself. Because fake. Again, No lawyer wrote this. The emails are the vase or face's illusion. Once you stop asking, is the claim true, and start asking, what pressure is she trying to apply, the whole pattern snaps into perfect focus. Oh. Like when during their 2 dates, did she mention her family's good friend Joe Cotchett? There's a reason I always join the stream with a hey fam in the club. We all fam. You are not the cousin. Brother Moose, Sister Bear, Church of Dave. We do what we want. Jan's voice. Hoboken. But now I can't even say like Hoboken. I always just say Hoboken. I thought the Pope did that in the woods. Yeah. Does the Pope shit in the woods? Yeah. God, I love that so much. In addition, the defense counsel disclosed extremely private medical information regarding an abortion to Mr. Joe Cotchett by forwarding him fraudulent emails with the subject Laura Owens' pregnancy after being told that he was not associated with this case. Greg knew of the relationship between Mr. Cotchett and Laura's family, and therefore the only purpose of him sending these was to attempt to destroy her credibility and reputation. This violates her rights under HIPAA. Does she not realize that he could just copy and paste everything that she had said? Like, the way Jan says for half of her dialogue, right? I worry about joining this family because the good pork products are taken, and I don't want to be invited. You're spam, Dawn. You're spam. We don't know what you're made of. You know what I should do? Is I should ask like ChatGPT to come up with all sorts of pork products so you guys can all have little special names. Plaintiff admits to not taking a paternity test as it is not relevant and denies fabricating documents. It is not relevant. You are suing somebody for paternity. How is that not relevant? Ugh. You could be Bigfoot. You could be Big Pork. Big Pork. Plaintiff admits in part and denies in part. Plaintiff admits to sending the email to defendant's counsel at the onset of the case. However, the defendant eliminated a key sentence paraphrased in their communication. The defendant's counsel wrote in the counterclaim, plaintiff has stated she was willing to take a paternity test to prove that the child is Greg's. But that would be impossible, that she would not be pregnant, as I'm unsure what the purpose is, because if the pregnancy is not viable, that proves that his coercion did result in the end of the pregnancy. Oh, I see what she's trying to do here. I see. All right. Pulled pork. Got it. Pork roll, pork ribs. The only lawyer who would write this is Lowe's custom GPT she made for herself. Right. It was gnarly. Ew. We are all brothers and sisters in the cult and church of Lord and Savior. Loin, Canadian, feet, ears, cheek, belly, ribs, cubed ham, spam masubi. I don't know what that is. Embirico jamon. We like it. Had to stop the lawnmower to claim. Look up, but don't think. And other Portuguese people are here who want it. Thanks. Now I want nachos. Kind of cheeky. I like it. The plaintiff's email to the defendant's counsel, willing to take paternity test to prove that the child is Greg's. The reason behind this case that he coerced me to take abortion pills rather than the status of my pregnancy. I'm unsure what the purpose of this is, because if the pregnancy is not viable, okay, I get that. That's what you're also too, like, she's never said that he, again, has held her mouth open and made her take these pills. Never. Not yet. Ew, head cheese, so gross. Ugh. Plaintiff denies any and all allegations of fabrication and has undeniably proven the pregnancy. The defendant's blatant coercive tactics, intimidation, and threats if she did not take the pills are shown in the exhibit submitted in the original complaint. Again, nothing physical. In addition, the plaintiff needed to obtain an order of protection against the defendant on November 11th and is aware of the fact that another woman also obtained an order of protection against him since plaintiff's complaint was filed. Do we know that to be true? When reading the pork products, for real. Is a staple in Hawaii? I don't know. Live in La Guisa Loca. Pickled pig feet. Oh no, what is head cheese? Don't ask. Don't ask. Used to work in a bar and my friend Patty was the bartender. We had sandwich specials on Thursday and we cracked up every time the sign said pork patty for $1. You can call me prosciutto. Oh God. The plaintiff does not wish for the defendant to know anything about her health whatsoever beyond what has been provided for her own safety, given her serious threats against her and the child she created with the defendant and history of HIPAA violations in disclosing her medical information. Where are the threats? Why wouldn't you put those in an exhibit? Where are they? There has been no proof of anyone else filing a complaint against him. Surprise, 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 surprise. What the fuck is head cheese? It's gross. I don't know what it is. I just know I won't eat anything called fucking head cheese. And it's disgusting. Number 15, the allegation in paragraph 15 should be dismissed as defendant admitted to lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. No response is necessary, but to the extent of blah, 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 blah. Admitted with exception of admitting to sending the email. Number 16, plaintiff denies allegations, and Greg has failed to raise any valid claims to which he is entitled to any recovery or relief. Despite being given undeniable proof of the plaintiff's pregnancy being legitimate, which we still don't have, the defendant, through counsel, has referred to the plaintiff's pregnancy as fictitious, fraudulent, and false based on blatant fabrications, possibly a ruse to get more followers. A fictional narrative, nonsense, nonsensical, oh yeah, and the complaint as salacious, bizarre, and preposterous. And she's like, I didn't know what any of these mean, so I had to Google them. There's no cheese. Ugh, head cheese is disgusting. Jamón con piña. Con piña. Created in her mind, exactly. Ugh, snassages. We're all snassages. Therefore, bringing a fraud counterclaim against the plaintiff under penalty of perjury on the basis of the pregnancy being fraudulent is malicious, made in bad faith, and serves no purpose other than to further harass the plaintiff and delay the court. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, which is exactly what this case gives me. Ugh. I love that the chat has gone off now and is talking about head cheese. We've gotten so tired of Laura Owens, we're on to head cheese, which is causing me intentional infliction of emotional distress because it is a memory unlocked. The above paragraphs 1 through 16 are incorporated herein as if fully repeated verbatim. Plaintiff denies the allegations contained in the defendant's answer and counterclaim. Number 3, plaintiff denies all the allegations contained. Okay, where is that? Despite being given undeniable proof, blah, 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 blah. We already read this. Okay. Wherefore, yada, yada. Laura Owens. Is this your signature? Did you type this? What is this? Why is this not signed? Okay. Just ask Laura what. Ew. Yuck. All right, certificate of service. All right, here we go. 1 medical. Got it. John Jones. DO. Is DO a real thing? Why does it say DO? Wouldn't it say MD? Is DO a real thing? Happens all the time in legal. Oh, okay. All right, fine. I'd like to accuse this chat of head cheese coercion. Low is the human version of head cheese. Not a thought to be had. Oh, my doctor is DO. Okay. Electronic signature. Hi, Pear Pit. DO is a real thing. All right. I'm just trying to see. All right. Legal name. See attached. Got it. Urine test. Procedure. Says she's 2 lines positive. Pregnant. But not pregnant. Because this is just for HCG. A positive pregnancy test result from plaintiff's appointment at One Medical. Okay, we got that. Okay. Parmesan. Ugh. Here's One Medical again. Laura Owens, date of birth. To who it may concern. Patient was evaluated in the office today and was determined to be in the early stages of pregnancy. Wouldn't they be able to give her a week and a date instead of saying in the early stages of pregnancy, was determined to be in the 4th week, 3rd day of pregnancy? How is Pork Chop? Pork Chop's doing amazing. Hi, Captain. DO docs do more classes than I did. Oh, okay. Well, you learn something every day. Head Cheese would make a great band name. I told you all, Fat Pakistan. My moose name is Venison. Oh, God. Patient was on seizure medication that decreased the effectiveness of her oral contraceptives. How do you know that? How do you know that that was a culprit? Also, wouldn't they put the name of the medication that she was on in this note? Please contact our office for any further questions. Sincerely, John Jones. John Jones is also a UFC fighter. If you guys didn't know. Greg Gillespie. They wouldn't be able to say that if she just did a blood test and they didn't confirm with a early ultrasound. She wrote this letter. Minnie, it's so funny because I can just sense the anger in your typing.
Sorry for inciting a side quest about head cheese. This is my penance.
This is my penance. That's so funny. Oh my God. Bye, Eljikad. Have a fun class. Tell them we say hello. I lost my thought. Dang it. All right. Free the head cheese. Justice for head cheese. Can you send me the portal access just to see? Sorry, I couldn't make it there. Work is nuts today, putting out fires. Portal access? I can just call them and give them permission to talk to you if you want. Not sure what you mean. So he's asking for whatever to see that you're not lying. Okay, so here's this. Again, this is from the patient portal. Here's the time. Patient verifies name and date of birth. Consent obtained for evaluation via video-based platform today. Consent obtained for evaluation via video-based. So she did not go in. This is a video. Video encounter. Again. She built this city. She built this city on lies and embryos. John Jones is not my brother, husband, or father. I thought so. Did John Jones knock the baby out of her? Determined to be puts a conclusion in the foreground and determiner in the background, likely a strategic linguistic technique. We need Jack. Hopefully you've also learned not to eat any of that nasty shit. Yeah, don't eat it. I still don't believe the portal is real. I didn't know what head cheese was, but in my mind I thought it gross. Ugh, that's such a gross word. Smegma. How do you do a video pregnancy test? I assume it goes something like this. Exactly what we're doing now, except you can see the inside of my birth canal. You guys want to do it? You want to see if I'm pregnant on stream? 31-year-old female seen earlier today for early pregnancy calls requesting result of her urine pregnancy test. They would have told you that day. Every time I go to the gynecologist, they have me pee in a cup. They tell me within minutes of my appointment whether I'm pregnant or not. Seriously crazy making. That would estimate her due date. Well, that was not on my bingo card. All right, let's go. Everyone get out your speculums from Monday. Okay, well, now is probably a good time for me to sleep and likely dream of head cheese. Bella's mom, that's why you always got to be here, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. So she wants a result of her pregnancy test, which she could have obtained the day that she got the pregnancy test. The father would like to see it. Of note, Greg, the father, was on another video chat with PT and could hear most of our conversation. IOV note, not yet available, nor is in the office UPT. Letter written by PCP. You down with OPP? Message to PT as PDF. Her request. Per her request. Other message initiated by PT assigned to PCP with this request for the UPT results. Writer asked PT for private conversation. Call with Greg ended. PT confirms that she is physically and emotionally safe, feels safe in the home. Right. So they asked her if she was safe, and she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I keep mine on a heating pad. Man, I'm going to start coming to you. My doctor never tells me whether I'm pregnant or not. Bruce, I have bad news. Wait, what? Yes. Yes. You down with OPP? Pass out speculums and minor helmets. I need to get one of those. S is how you do an electronic type signature. Interesting. I did not know this. We learn something every day. Let's see. Okay, so this is all great. All fine. And she still says that she's perfectly fine. Like, she's not afraid of Greg at all. Okay, so this is for Laura. Claims. Okay. $140 here. What we will pay. What we will pay. $0. What you owe. $9. She owes $9. Okay. Great. Right. They always ask you, do you feel safe at home? Are you doing all right? Yeah. I brought my spelunking gear. Echo. Oh, God. Greg Woodnick. R.E. Greg Woodnick. So this is Patrice O'Malley to her and Ron. Sent on behalf of Joe Cotchett. Dear Laura, thank you for the note. This is extraordinary. Okay, so we read this. Right. So that's the email. But I always got a fetal heartbeat every time. No logic. You cannot logic here. We won't allow it. Cave diving. The word spelunking is so funny. Will you take the pills tonight? 'Cause I don't want to have a baby this way. Will you take those pills tonight? Poor Whitney Houston. She's like, stop ruining my music, please. That would mean you could take the others tomorrow and Friday, and by the weekend we can hopefully 100%. This will be past us. Okay, so this is Greg. Megalogic Monday. No! I will not have it. So this is about them being able to go to Sedona. Neither of us handled it well. I'm sorry I got upset. I'm sorry I blocked you. I'm sorry I am sick and can't be myself at the moment. I promised you we would continue to see each other. I'm assuming you want to grow with each other. Use this as a reason to be stronger, to build a foundation. We moved way too fast. I said this then and I say it now. We need to get to know one another and not on this stressor. Neither one of us had been ourselves, and there's no chance we will be. This is beyond us, and I want to get to know you. Not this version that no normal couple would ever have to face. We haven't handled it well until now, and we won't until this is behind us. We are human. We have feelings, and this has stressed us to the max, and I want to do everything I can to move past, heal, grow, take care of one another under normal circumstances. We wanted to take care of this. Who cares? Why is this evidence? Take the fucking pills, Laura. Spelunking. Oh, I haven't seen that. Her ability to discuss all these topics so casually. Right. There's no emotion. Abandon logic, all ye who enter here. Bye, Captain. We love you. Keep your logic at the door. Who speaks of others in terms of versions? She does. Because it's interesting that you say that, because she does. She speaks of other people in terms of like they have different versions of themselves. Because maybe she has versions of herself. Like Joe Cotchett. Ever thought for 1 second that Woodnick was the one who wrote that fake set of letters from him to her? Breach of contract. He said he would date her, and she said she would be normal. Tomato, tomato. Whatever. How do you confirm pregnancy via video conference? I don't know. I don't know. Could you just imagine? You have like your FaceTime camera and you're just like... I will call you tonight. We could do this the right way. Just promise that you will remain calm, and I will remain calm also. We have both let our emotions get the best of us, and it has been damaging. I don't act this way. I have missed so much work. I'm so behind. I haven't been seeing clients in a month. I will have no sales in the next couple of months with no pipeline. I need to get better. You need to get better and back to normal. And with this over our heads, it won't. I can't sleep. I can't focus with all the additional outside stressors. There won't be a relationship with someone I've known for a week. We need to get our lives back and healthy, and then we can get to know our true selves. This is damaging both of us severely with every hour that continues to pass. I know that I liked you very much when this wasn't on our minds and over our heads. I know that this is damaging each of us. I want to be clear. I want this to be over with. Do you? Can we take care of it this week and try for this weekend? The timing is perfect. I don't want to go into next week with this on our minds any longer. I should be almost healthy, and this will be beyond us. Hopefully have a nice weekend going into the week, and we can get back to being ourselves. I promise this to you. I will support you after this. I will grow with you. I will get to know our real selves, and we can begin our relationship on the right foot. I need the same from you to see that you support what I'm trying to do here. Also get back to healthy. So she's getting everything that she wants, and she's like, nah, I'm good. Crazy level of 10, he's astounded all over again. Right. Ask the judge to show someone your bump is how she does it. She asks other people to keep promises, but she never does. She stood up in the video and had an obvious pregnant belly. Duh. To be fair, and I will say something, hubby and I will say something to each other and say, okay, my lizard brain says blah, 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 knowing we're being irrational and it's a code. That's good that you guys have a code. I like freaked out on my husband yesterday. We went to go eat and I just got snippy with him. And I like walked up to the counter because they messed up our order. And I came back and I'm like, I am so sorry. I'm very hungry. And my sister was with us and she's like, that's exactly what he said when you walked away. He's like, she's so hungry. I was. I picture, had this all been true, she'd been Octomom. Oh, God. All right, so this is the end of this one. He's hacking my heart again. Notice that Greg got his next girlfriend pregnant and stayed by her side through the pregnancy, married her, and after the birth, then had another kid. Greg is kind of awesome. Love when they just says what she wants to hear, but she short circuits instead. Exactly. She's like, no, that is not what I want. How dare you? All right. Joe Cotchett allegedly responds to Laura's email expressing support for her. Let's see what that says. So we already went through this, right? Yeah. Okay. So we went through this one. Petition for order of protection. And the order is granted by Judge John Duty. So we have this. Okay. I've heard a lot of shit about Duty. We haven't really watched that. So done crying at the doctor. Oh no, I hope you're okay. So this is Laura Owens getting an order of protection against Greg Gillespie. Romantic or sexual partner. Hardworking Latina woman who is also drop dead gorgeous. Right. She is the opposite. Yeah, she's a good person. On February 8th of 2022, I received messages from an unknown number. The sender identified himself as Danny Hutzler, and while I didn't recognize the name immediately, an Instagram search showed me that it was a former baseball player for the Chicago Cubs who I had contacted once in June of 2021 after seeing him on a dating app, which was right. Man, she really just wants to be famous so bad, which was right before I met Mr. Gillespie. It soon became clear that I was not communicating with Mr. Hutzler, as the sender repeatedly referred to coming to Scottsdale to pitch for the Chicago Cubs during spring training. The real Mr. Hutzler retired from playing in 2021. I strongly suspected that this was Mr. Gillespie, as he had made attempts to contact me before under fake identities. Or it could be somebody just doing this. I have to tell you, like, I get so many emails from people who are like, we want to sponsor you, and we're from Shure is a big one, SHURE, which is like microphones and stuff. That's a big one. Like different, like Sony's a big one. Like a lot of people just send out fake shit. Thanks for the early morning laughs. It's 4 a.m. and much like Laura Owens on the morning she was rated, I'm rocking the same Fleetwood Mac shirt that she wore. So better get some Z's before it's 7 a.m. Good. Judge Duty. Boo. Tomato, tomato. Oy. I strongly suspected that Mr. Gillespie, that it was Mr. Gillespie, as he had made attempts to contact me before under fake identities. Like silly goose tits. And no one else would have had reason to commit identity theft in order to obtain information about me. Mr. Hutzler immediately and relentlessly tried to get me to meet up with him. He referenced us spending time together before, when in reality, I never met Mr. Hutzler. So, also, what's interesting is she's like, this guy wanted me to meet up with him. And I knew, and, you know, like relentlessly. But then she goes to meet Andrew in Hoboken out of nowhere. Just a chit chat, right? I love how she automatically claims Greg. I know. Infamous shirt. Oh no! That's okay. It's your shirt now. You're taking it back. The only conclusion I can make as to why Mr. Gillespie chose Mr. Hutzler to defraud over any other man in my social network is that he saw Mr. Hutzler was the only man I had communicated with during the same period as Mr. Gillespie. Meaning that in Mr. Gillespie's mind, it could have been Mr. Hutzler who impregnated me, not him. I'm sure Greg does not care. Was definitely Greg. There is no Danny Hutzler, but there is a Danny Hilton Holtzen. There's no Danny Hutzler? Let's put in Chicago Cubs. Chicago Cubs. Danny Holtzen. Number 103. First base? Is that what that is? Here he is. Holtzen. Anyways, she makes bizarre and huge leaps of conclusions. Right. This was most definitely not the case, as I had no sexual interaction with anyone other than Mr. Gillespie from early 2020 to present day. I had not seen Mr. Gillespie since early August of 2021, and he did not know whether or not I had terminated the pregnancy. I presume that his repeated requests to see my body under the identity of Mr. Holtzen. What? How did she get this so wrong? It's Holtzen. Hultzn. And in here it's Hutzler. Good Lord. Why does it even matter who... Every day she's hustling. Oh, God. iPhone correct. I know. It hates me too. I presume that this is his repeated request to see my body under the identity of Mr. Hutzler was to see if I had or had not. On August 11th, I filed a lawsuit against Mr. Gillespie for abortion. An intentional infliction of emotional distress, and litigation is ongoing. Thus, the pregnancy and its status was of the utmost importance to him. I continued the conversation with the fake Mr. Hutzler because I wanted to be able to have firm proof that it was Mr. Gillespie before I reported a violation of the protective order. And were you able to do that? Or no? She was catfished and they tried. Right, again. Right, she was just catfished. If somebody famous, if I'm on a dating app and somebody famous contacts me, I'm going to be like, you're going to FaceTime me right now. Right now. Last names are, once she hooks, she's going to make him change his last name to Owens. I wonder if Lo got to that third base. I was able to get Mr. Hutzler. Now he's evolving. He's evolving to his final form. She can't even keep his name straight. Now it's Hutzler. To admit that he knew about my pregnancy. Outside of my parents and my sister, only Mr. Gillespie, his legal counsel, and my legal counsel knew about it. I moved from San Francisco to Scottsdale in early 2021 and have not developed friendships, as I am a terrible friend. I'm sorry, as I have been extremely nervous about leaving my home and encountering Mr. Gillespie, given his prior threats and behavior towards me. Okay. Glad y'all are still here. We're always here. Found this channel last week. Joined to get the tea from Pork Chop. I'll say for the laughs. Looking forward to your take on the Shirilla parents. Thank you, Bellas. Bella's mom. She probably misspelled on purpose so that Danny H doesn't hear about her claims. Ugh. I say this all the time. Imagine if she put this effort into literally anything else. I'm behind real time and know nothing about this Danny person. Anyone want to explain the lore? She just said that she messaged him, and then Gillespie was using his identity to message her, is all it is. Like, I don't think there is any lore, to be honest with you. In addition, Mr. Hutzler referenced my restraining order against Mr. Gillespie, which, again, I have not told anyone about. Is it possible that she has these pictures of Hutzler messaging her and she is also being Mr. Hutzler? Is that a thing? Among the texts sent from the fake Mr. Hutzler, quote, he didn't want to kill you. He wanted to kill the baby. Not sure I made that clear. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm fucking tired of this, Grandpa. I laughed out loud, literally. Tony Robbins! Oh, God. Yeah, maybe she's Mr. H. He was asking for photos of my body, brought up my order against Greg, and he was going to make me see stars, and that I, quote, deserved a spanking for being rude. And that he was into violence when he was turned on. He repeatedly begged me to meet up with him. Again, why wouldn't you? I would call police and I would be like, absolutely, I'll meet up with you. Let's go to this dinner. Call police and be like, I have these messages. This guy wants to meet up with me. He's making all of these threats. I need to see who he is. I'm scared to go alone. You call police. They will go with you. Why didn't you do that? Well, that's too damn bad. What is happening? Right. There's no records. Where's the evidence? Seems fame is associated with fortune. Not always the case, silly goose. Hey, Rob. She's just too much. Greg hacked her dating app account and saw she's written to a baller before him and then tried communicating with her as him because he's so desperate to communicate with her. Laura, probably. 40 spankings later, right. If someone is rude to me, I just want to know why. I don't want to spank them. Also, just go. Go meet. I would be like, yeah, I'll meet you. That's fine. I will absolutely come meet you. Where do you want to go? You want to go to dinner? Cool. And then go meet up with them, with police. Right. Where's her evidence? So let's see those emails and trace the IP address. If they exist, Jan wrote them. Hoboken. God. Again, this was confirmed not to be Danny. And no one else would know anything about my past with Greg, let alone be wanting to discuss it for 3 days. No one else on earth would want to discuss anything with you for 3 days, Laura. Just taking a guess. I noticed that my public Instagram story for my personal account was getting watched by a lot of accounts with no photos or followers. You are... oh, my God. You are trying to be an influencer. You are trying to be a podcaster. You are making it so that you get all of this stuff. There are going to be people who watch you, who don't have photos, who don't have, like, Why? No logic. No logic. No logic here. Low head cheese, for real. I came to suspect that this was the defendant. He was all of them. Greg was all of them. He's every single one of them. Every single one of you in the chat that doesn't have a photo next to your name, I know you're Greg. I know you're Greg. Thank you for the engagement. I really appreciate you, actually. Oh, my God. Good Lord. I created stories using pins of quotes from Pinterest that were only viewable to accounts I suspected were him. I thought you were an accomplished writer. You can't come up with anything by yourself? On February 22nd, the date used for the date of the incident, I was sent the initial disclosures for the civil case we are involved in. He included 10 pages of screenshots of the Instagram stories that were only viewable to him, proving that he was in fact using the pseudonyms listed above to view my account. You can do that? You can just make it so that it only shows 4 people? These, despite the order of protection granted on November 11th, which states in part, with capitalization added here for emphasis on relevant statements, do not access any part of plaintiff's computer, phone, or similar device or any account. In addition, it specifically orders the defendant to not make any attempts to track the plaintiff's whereabouts. And he knew that there was a significant chance that I would have geotagged my location on these stories. Anyways, if you're Greg, put a 1 in the chat. She bought bots. We are Greg Gillespie. I'm Greg, I'm sorry. I guess that counts me out. Dang it, how did you know? We are all Greg. I have a pick and I tricked you. Oh my God. Isn't accessing it. I know. It's not going to happen. How did she send? Can you send things to only 4 people? I don't understand. I don't know if anyone answered the question. Why you get checked for ectopic pregnancy. I had a sharp stabbing one on the side and so I had to get it checked. The ultrasound is very different. She has no reason for why she needed to get checked. Look at all these ones. I just had a vision of me doing these streams every day, and 200 people that show up is just Greg Gillespie on one computer in a dark basement somewhere. We carry the flag. You can limit your stories. Oh, God. These hacking skills. I'm so talented. You should put them on Fiverr, actually, is what you should do. Let's all geotag ourselves so that people who are stalking and harassing us know where to avoid running into us on accident. Right. I don't want anybody to know where I'm at. But I'm also probably too dumb to turn it off. Ugh. The defendant blatantly viewed my Instagram story under his own username. Whatever this is. Despite the court's orders, stated in detail and above, making my Instagram private would be detrimental to my business. Which combined, I have nearly 35,000 followers. Ooh. I have more than you, Laura Owens. I need like a little ding. I am very Greg. Greg and his mobile phone bank. I wonder why such a master hacker has a job as a salesperson. Right. The defendant simply needs to stop cyber stalking. Shh. I'm Greg. Bacon, something that no one has even talked about. I got checked for an ectopic pregnancy because of pain and nausea. It was an ovarian cyst. but I had actual symptoms. Right. That's why they say that. Her business. She is a very important, what did she say? What is her thing? Internet-based personality. Ugh. Garcia on Criminal Minds. Last year since he died, and I have this morning in my chat. Love it. Oh, Carla. I'm sorry for your loss. Hi, Busy Bee. We love Greg's. Okay, so she has all this. Oh, she has all of this, but no proof of why she's getting this. So then we go to here. So this is the order of protection. No contact. So she got the order of protection. I love that they give the order of protection and Greg's like, yeah, because that means she's got to stay away from me too. It's great. On December of 2021, Greg's attorney repeatedly inquired about the status of Laura's pregnancy after Laura claimed one twin died due to the abortion pills she has taken. I don't know if anybody has had twins, but if a twin passes and is not absorbed, right? Because we know that reabsorption happens. If a twin passes, let me see something real quick. I just want to see if a twin passes, what is the protocol? If a twin passes in utero. Continue. Okay, let's see. I don't want that. If a twin passes in utero, what is the protocol? So, when a twin passes away in utero, the protocol depends heavily on the stage of pregnancy, or the gestational age, and chorionicity, whether the twins share a placenta or have separate ones. In almost all cases during the second or third trimester, the protocol is to continue the pregnancy and give the surviving twin the best chance to grow. So the vanishing twin syndrome is one that she used, so we know that. Second or third trimester, the pregnancy will immediately be classified as high risk. A specialist will manage your care. So, I mean, this is something that if she did lose one and not the other one, she would have to be heavily watched, I would assume. Oh, hey, look it, guys. My chat came back. Look at us. Thanks, Greg. You're the best. I'm way behind, but if that ultrasound where you see fully formed babies is miscarried, then she would have had to have a burial. If not, yeah, that's true. Or cremation. Right. Apparently Ron would only go on vacation. Oh, how do we know that? A guy in my area was put in jail for burying his miscarried child. Really? Wouldn't it be normal to check on the pregnancy status? One would think. Okay, I'm going to sleep now. Okay, good. Have good dreams. Don't dream about head cheese. I had to just let one twin pass, bleeding, and all. Twin 2 made it 4 more weeks before passing. Then had it. Karen, I am so sorry. That's awful. Oh, the video you sent me. Okay. Right, that's why they asked for the fetal death certificates. Look at you, Boomer, and your white text. Look at me. Look at us. Look at us. We're doing this. All right, so now we've made it to 2022. January 4th, Greg files his answer counterclaim and a certificate of compulsory arbitration. So let's see what this is. Answer and counterclaim. We have not gone through this. Let me see if I can actually take this. I'll copy this, and then I'll go to here, and I'll put, whoa, there we go. Hold on. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right. Except it's going to be hard for you guys to see me, so we'll go like this. And that'll be okay. And then it can just go over me, and you guys will be fine. So this is plaintiff Laura Owens, defendant Greg Gillespie, answering counterclaim. Greg Gillespie files his answer and counterclaim to Laura's complaint and admits, denies, and alleges as follows. Answer. Greg admits that Laura has pled in part tort allegations. However, Laura complaint also cites to a criminal statute, and to the extent of her civil claim is based on the criminal statute, must fail as a criminal statute does not authorize a private cause of action. Number 2. In responding to paragraph 2 of plaintiff's complaint, defendant admits venue is proper for plaintiff's tort-based claims. All right, so this is just what he's saying is accurate and isn't accurate. What he denied, like basically going back at her, she said all of this, I either deny or, which basically is denying everything. Does not require a response. Plaintiff complaints does not contain paragraph 10. Defendant denies the allegations. Defendant denies. Laura knowingly and falsely represented to Greg that she was pregnant with the intent to force Greg into a relationship with her, causing defendant consequent and proximate injury and damage as a result. Laura filed her complaint on August 11th. Prior to filing her complaint, she provided sonographic images to Greg. The scenario of one vanishing twin being observed early, followed by the other vanishing twin months later, is extremely rare. I do not believe that pills would only terminate one fetus. They would affect everything in the uterus. I also believe that. I don't know much about it, but I would assume they would give it to you to terminate the pregnancy, right? And I mean, you have one pregnancy and 2 babies. I had Asherman's scar tissue inside of the uterus. Interesting. Because she also claimed to have Asherman syndrome, which pisses me the fuck off, because then we have people here like you who've gone through real things and experienced real stuff. And here we are. Her just using people's stories. Reverse Google images search revealed that the sonographic images were identical to a blog post. He believes that she altered the images by adding her name, date of birth, alleged location of the sonogram, and altered appearance of the image to distinguish it from one located to the aforementioned blog post. To further fictitious pregnancy, she sent him a fabricated email exchanged between herself and California attorneys that didn't work there at the time. In the fraudulent email, allegedly emailed plaintiff in pertinent part the following. Okay, we know about all of this. We just read through all of this. It makes it hard to keep a pregnancy. Right. And she used it to claim that it was what stopped the abortion from happening. Right. Subsequently, Joe Cotchett allegedly emailed Laura, I'm ready to get started whenever you are. We can take this public within the snap of a finger. In response, Laura emailed Joe Cotchett. I think the best call is to pursue the alternative service and try to get him twice. Laura allegedly exchanged emails with Allison Cordova and Joe Cotchett, along with a manufactured fabricated contingent fee. Upon information and belief, neither of these people is currently employed at the firm, nor were they employed at the time of these emails. Believing that there was fraud in plaintiff's underlying complaint, undersigned counsel reached out to purported attorneys in California who appears to completely disavow any connection to this cause is an email dated August 24th. The firm does not represent her in this matter. All subsequent emails from undersigned counsel requesting to speak with Joseph Cotchett about the seemingly fraudulent emails purportedly authored by Joseph Cotchett and lawyers that have not worked at the firm for quite some time. went without any substantive response. Then we have plaintiff has refused to take a non-invasive paternity test. She stated that she was willing to take the paternity test to prove that the child is Greg's, but that it would be possible that she would not be pregnant. I'm unsure what the purpose is, because if the pregnancy is not viable, that proves that his coercion did result at the end of the pregnancy. Again, we have read all of these papers, and we have yet to see the fact that he forced these pills down her throat. So there's that. Essentially, plaintiff has fabricated the abortion coercion allegation to explain why a paternity test would show that she is not pregnant. Additionally, Laura has not taken a paternity test despite defendants' repeated offers to pay for the test. Google says, Laura, we appreciate you, and we appreciate what you've been able to get through, and we appreciate you sharing your story with us as well, Karen. The recipe has been, Isn't that what the Green Bay fans are? Head cheese. Upon information and belief, Laura's allegations of abortion coercion, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and domestic violence are quite simply blatant fabrications that underlie her real intentions to force defendant into a relationship with her. If he rethinks his decision regarding a relationship, and if he would like to be a part of the pregnancy decisions going forward, emphasis added. Laura knowingly fraudulent representations to Greg have caused Greg consequent and proximate injury, and therefore is entitled to recover consequential damages in an amount to be determined by trier of fact. Then we get into the intentional infliction and emotional distress. Defendant hereby incorporates by all reference all allegations of paragraph 1 through 16 fraud. In doing so, Greg alleges Laura's fraudulent conduct was extreme and outrageous, must have either been intended to cause defendant emotional distress or recklessly disregard the near certainty that such distress would result from her conduct, and that defendant has suffered from severe emotional distress as a result of her conduct. Yes, that is what they were. Wherefore, and then they want him to recover compensatory damages. Wherefore, defendant, having fully answered plaintiff's complaint and stated his counterclaims, hereby respectfully requests the following. Deny her complaint in its entirety with prejudice. The court grant his counterclaims and award him damages in the amount to be determined by trier of fact. The court award him attorney fees and costs pursuant to whatever this Rule 11 or whatever this is. And that the court grant such other and further relief as deemed appropriate. Here's the verification, and then we are done with that. Okay. We are moving fairly quickly, folks. I am happy. This is great. This is great. So then we have the compulsory arbitration. And, that's just that. Okay, perfect. So then, March 4th, Laura falsely claims that to have been drugged and sexually assaulted, blaming Greg Gillespie and Greg Woodnick for playing a part. Greg Woodnick obtained the complete 221-page Kletz restraining order between Laura and Michael Maricini hours before Laura makes her claim of being drugged and violently raped. Here we go. Here's the email. Whoop. And I'm telling you. Oh, God. The more crazy I feel. Like, wait, I have that. Wait, I've had that. Wait, that's happened to me. Wait, yep. Yeah, The more you hear, the more you're like, hold on a second. So this is from Marlene to Laura Owens after she... Oh, we'll start here. Hold on. All right. We'll start at the bottom. Because, hi, Marlene. I hate to email you again, but there is an issue with defendant Mr. Gregory Gillespie and his attorney, Mr. Greg Woodnick, that needs to be brought to Judge Backus's attention privately before she rules on the motion to extend filed by my now former attorney, Corey Ramos, as I have an order of protection against Mr. Gillespie, which I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it, but also so I can read it. There we go. Is that... Good Lord. As I have an order of protection against Mr. Gillespie, which was issued on November 12th of 2021 and was uncontested. Just weeks prior to that, another woman, so-and-so, was granted an order of protection against him as well. When my pregnancy was confirmed to him directly by One Medical, the nurse practitioner was concerned enough about his reaction to it that she requested to speak to me alone about whether or not I felt safe and notated it. Again, we've talked about this. Every time I go to the doctor, do you feel safe at home? How are you doing? How is everything going? How is your mental health? Just standard protocol. So, say cheese, not the head variety. Head cheese. Fromage de tete. I just cannot fathom taking another adult human to court for a dating relationship. I guarantee if he had agreed... Uh-oh, what happened to my monitor? If he had agreed, then showed... then she would have taken him to court because she wasn't happy, or because he wasn't happy about it, right? Is the woman who forwarded that to Woodnick. Well, they have to. Hi, Janebo. How are you? On March 4th of 2022, just hours before I was nearly killed in the incident described above, I received an unexpected email from Mr. Woodnick. Now let's read what was described above. On March 4th of 2022, I was drugged, violently assaulted, and raped. I have strong reasons to believe that both the defendant, Greg Gillespie, and his counsel, Greg Woodnick, were involved. And there is a pending FBI investigation regarding the incident. No, there is not. Also, you were trying to be alone with Greg Gillespie, and you had no problem being alone with Greg Woodnick in his office to do a deposition. A man that you said orchestrated your rape. Okay. Was never right. She's basically doing all of this just because he doesn't want to date her. Right. Hi, Arkeems. In case no one mentioned it, the other GG restraining order was not for our GG, apparently. If you look at the MC records, there are three different GGs. She simply didn't look hard enough. Shocker. My doc always asks me if I feel safe at home, and he knows I live alone. I'm never sure how to take that. No, but that's the thing, is that's their job to do that. To my knowledge, neither the defendant, Greg Gillespie, nor his counsel, Greg Woodnick, are aware that they are being looked into. And they're not being looked into because you didn't call the FBI. Because there has been no claim. And the podcast interviews with Woodnick, I want to talk to Woodnick so bad. But he called the FBI. And he's like, it is to my understanding that you guys are investigating me. And I would like to be forthcoming and tell you everything that I have to tell you. And they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. I was worried that submitting a motion ex parte could accidentally be publicly e-filed and accessed by them, which would pose a threat to my safety. I apologize for sending an email, but I could not think of any other way to alert Judge Backus about this without giving the other side confidential information about what transpired. Excuse me. Hi, Lawless. How are you? So that's what she's alleging in here when she says, on March 4th, God, I need this to be a little bigger. On March 4th, just hours before I was nearly killed in the incident described above, I received an unexpected email. Here, let's do this and we'll do this. An unexpected email from Mr. Woodnick. Without a subpoena, he had somehow obtained the complete there we go. My eyes. 221-page case file for the Klutz restraining order against my ex-boyfriend in San Francisco, Mr. Michael Maricini, that has been in place since 2018. Just smart, not genius this time. If there's proof, we haven't seen it. Right. Thank you for the bless yous. I'm on Rewatch Crew. Hello. Wants him to want her, yet seeks a stay away order. Right. I can't believe Jan also endorses the story. Exactly. Because the doc doesn't know if your living arrangements have changed since the last visit, or maybe it's kind of a health check. Is there any proof that she has ever been in Hoboken? Plane tickets, hotel receipts? We haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. Because she's been personally threatened by me. Right. I don't think I should say in a public chat what I thought. I think everybody kind of thought the same thing. Carla, I thought you were going to bed. Poor Carla. Carla ain't never get no sleep. Let me move me over. Meh. There we go. If they orchestrated, they wouldn't be aware of the confidential details of this event. If she was drugged and left for dead, how was she aware it was live and streamed on the dark web? Right. You don't need a subpoena to obtain a court file. You just have to ask and pay for it. She just, I don't know. She doesn't think that anything pertains to her. Mr. Woodnick should not have been able to access that file, part of which was confidential, without involving Mr. Maricini. Mr. Gillespie was aware of the fact that Mr. Maricini's physical abuse caused me to have brain damage. But as we know from his laptop, no, it didn't, because you're claiming that is from the Uber accident, which resulted in me developing epilepsy at the age of 27. You know what I want? I want to know if Uber can come back and be like, hey, she fraudulently sued us. You know what I mean? She sued Uber to say that she now has epilepsy, but now she's saying that the epilepsy is due to Michael Maricini. I wonder if Uber could get that case thrown out. God, that would be amazing. Carla is trying to sleep, but rather than counting sheep, they're all singing a head cheese song. Oh, God. I'm joining super late. Gonna start from the beginning. Hello. This is so believable. Definitely think she should go to trial. Oh, somebody said it. Go to trial. Go to trial. Go to trial, Laura Owens. We believe you. Do it, do it. Tell your story. Tell everybody what happened to you. We know you're a victim. We all believe you. These men are liars. You're the only one that tells the truth. Do it, do it. Go, Laura. Tell your story. Go to trial. We believe you, Laura Owens. This little guy. He's my favorite. Please forward this doc to the Uber gods. Right. I just wonder. That would be amazing if they came back and they were like, excuse me. Excuse me. They would have to prove that something was incorrect. They can't reopen an investigation because she has been proven to be unbelievably full of shit. Jane, there will be no logic here. I will not stand for it. Ugh. You know what I thought was interesting is her epilepsy doctor said she never followed through on her MRI or her order to diagnose her epilepsy. Also, is she still driving? Because I thought if you had epilepsy, you couldn't drive. Or you had to be clear six months of a seizure. I don't know. The truth will set you free. Mr. Woodnick knowingly connected the two men I have protective orders against, Mr. Gillespie and Mr. Maricini, which has left me terrified. You have DVROs against them. They have to stay away from you. That does not mean that they have to stay away from each other. Hello? My now former attorney, Miss Carrie Ramos, was aware of the events of March 4th and their possible involvement since before she filed into this case. I reported Miss Ramos to the Arizona Bar on June 13th because of course I fucking did. After she filed a motion to withdraw from the case after I told her that I had recorded a phone call with her where she said that she totally could have filed an amended answer to the second motion to dismiss motion for judgment on the pleadings to correct her error in the filing responding to the first motion to dismiss filed in September of 2021, rather than the second motion to dismiss motion for judgment on the pleadings. Uber victim, -1, right. My husband is a criminal defense attorney, and he made me say it. He secretly loves to talk about Laura Owens, but he's pretending like he doesn't. That's like my husband when I used to put on, like, Real Housewives, and he would be like, this show sucks. He's like, what's Kyle doing? Like, what's going on over there? Uber paid money. She doesn't have money. At best, they'd have to pay lawyers to get in order to get the money back. Oh, all right. In Oregon, you have to be 2 years seizure free. It depends on the state. Some states, 3 months, no seizure. Interesting. Okay. In addition to more clear potential violations, there is a reason to believe that Miss Ramos may have colluded with the other side. The Arizona Bar has not completed reviewing the mountain of evidence I provided them with. But I have been in frequent communication with intake counsel Reed Potter, who told me in our last conversation that he was going to speak to Mr. Woodnick. Ugh. Yeah, how many bar complaints has she filed? Oh, I bet you she has recorded all sorts of phone calls, and she just uses them when she needs them. They don't want her money. It's also an insurance fraud case. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe not the money, but just like, it's fraud. As I have submitted in prior filings, Mr. Woodnick has acted unethically throughout the case, starting with contacting an attorney in California who he knew to be a longtime family friend, Joe Cotchett, and claimed that he believed him to be representing me in a Title 25 case in an effort to embarrass me. You sent over the retainer agreement. I thought that's why she went too. I need to hear these calls. I got to hear them. I might just call him in my private time and be like, send me those calls, brother. Bug the hell out of them people. And they kept ignoring her. I wish bedtime fairy tales were this fantastical when my mom and dad would read before I was little. Right. She just has no shame. None. That clearly was not what I filed in this case, and divulging information regarding my pregnancy to Mr. Cotchett was horrifying, especially since Mr. Gillespie knew that Mr. Cotchett was representing my father in a severance case at the time. Despite Mr. Cotchett writing a one-sentence email back saying that he did not represent me, Mr. Woodnick sent 4 additional emails without a response in a bizarre attempt to frame me for fraud, demanding that Mr. Cotchett spoke to me about dropping the case. Mr. Woodnick even emailed me saying that he wasn't sure that my Uncle Joe, a nickname for Mr. Cotchett, had warned me that Mr. Gillespie would be filing a counterpetition for fraudulent ultrasound if I did not immediately file a motion to dismiss. Mr. Woodnick never received a phone call or had a conversation with Mr. Cotchett. So this was pure intimidation to get me to drop the case based on an exchange that never took place. I hate you. Go to trial. 2 times speed is a bop. I mean, it's a mountain of something, that's for sure. Good Lord. Cinderella singing and seeing mice. Isn't this fantastical? Mr. Kochik gave permission for me to share a note with the court that he sent me on September 30th. It is an extraordinary story with Gillespie. And I'm glad you are pursuing charges, as the conduct is outrageous. If we can help in any way, do not hesitate to call. Despite the offer, I have declined help from Mr. Kochik, as I would never ask a California attorney who is not licensed in Arizona to help me. Then why did you send the retainer over to Greg? Why? Conspiracy. The world may never know. As proven simply in his filings on behalf of Mr. Gillespie, Mr. Woodnick has taken every opportunity to insult my character with cruel personal attacks. Yeah! And he's awesome for it. In addition, despite not having a scheduling order, Mr. Woodnick has demanded disclosures and answers to interrogatories, which I provided to Ms. Ramos in a 45-page document on March 28th. Opposing should be probably assume they rep you, right, based on an exchange that never took place. In the story of Laura Owens, just like there are repercussions for fire in a theater or bomb in an airport, there should be severe repercussions for all the... Yes! Yes! Why is this allowed? Like, there should be... So, for example, I have a friend who's going through a really nasty divorce right now, and all he keeps doing is dragging these out. And motions and motions and motions and dragging it out. And the more he drags it out, the more she has to pay money. And I'm like, there should be punishments for not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. But then he can go over here and do all this other shit. It's ridiculous. Tis ridiculous. My uncle gave me a note to show the judge, even though it's considered hearsay. Alice in Wonderland has been brought into the 21st century and renamed Laura and Hoboken. Oh, yeah, he did the retainer. Sorry. Greg the hacker. I've been waiting for the X-Files music. I'm just going to use that every time I have a question or don't understand something. I wonder if the Uber San Francisco case is among the things Rachel Mitchell was referring to when she said California. Oh, might be interested in. That would be amazing. Confused math lady. Yes. You know what? When I play the X-Files theme, I need to have something that comes up that just does like algebra around me. Maybe Owens called her Uncle Joe to make the call to their friend, so he knew to grant her a TPO without checking her evidence. Yeah, good old boys club. I don't doubt it. While I was under the impression that she had submitted these to Mr. Woodnick on April 8th, I am guessing at this point that she did not, since he has threatened to file a motion to compel against me if I do not provide them immediately. At this point, if he does not already have them, I do not want to give them any confidential information that could jeopardize my safety. He already knows where you live. Mr. Woodnick only referred to you as committing fraud in the legal sense. Those aren't personal attacks. He said I was lying! The order of protection has done nothing to keep Mr. Gillespie from stalking and harassing me, and despite Mr. Woodnick being warned that his unethical behavior would be reported, his intimidation has persisted. Their actions have been frightening enough for me to make the decision to leave Arizona permanently. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Because you're still in Arizona. Despite Miss Ramos' withdrawal, Mr. Woodnick has made it clear to the court that he does not want to allow an extension for the oral hearing scheduled for August 11th as evidence in his response. The attorney I have been speaking to about representing me, Mr. Jason Vendetti, is going to be out of town that day. Both he and Mr. Potter said that regardless, it would be virtually impossible for any attorney to catch up by then and be appropriately prepared to defend a constitutional issue. My tummy hurts. Miss Ramos did not want me to tell the court about anything related to criminal aspects of this case. But now that I am unrepresented and scheduled to represent myself at the oral hearing, I know that I have to. And because I don't have legal counsel, I'm going to make some terrible fucking decisions. I simply can't explain to Judge Backus why her granting the motion to extend is so necessary without explaining what is going on behind the scenes. And other than an email, I didn't know how to get this message to her. I truly apologize if this were not the proper way to inform her, but hope that both she and you understand the degree of panic I feel at the idea of facing Mr. Woodnick unrepresented. And I pray that she will take into account my justified safety concerns in her ruling on the motion to extend. Thank you. All the best. Laura Owens. Good Lord. Okay. Where is the proof of any of it, though? That's the thing. Where is the proof of any of it is what I want. I'm going to have to move my other chat. My other chat's up here so that you could see these little chats down here. Oh, this is working out nice. He told my Uncle Joe I was pregnant, which I totally was or am. I don't know. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Nobody will ever know what happened to the babies I swear existed. Exactly. In cash, avoids paying their bills. In a plea while we set it up. Huh. I wonder if they'll leave. Charlie in the house! What's up, Charlie? My poor logical friend. Is Lo looking for a lawyer that moonlights as a security guard? I don't know. She doesn't need proof. She has vibes and feels. Okay, so now, what will we be working on Wednesday? Let's see. So we just got to March 4th, and that was the big, that was kind of the big reveal, right? That she had ex parte communication with the judge, and she told them that she has been assaulted essentially at the hands of Greg Woodnick and Greg Gillespie. So this will be, we could, how many more minutes do I have? How big are these files? Let's see. Okay, so we know that she has, let's go back to this. So we know that she has a new representative. So there's a notice of appearance, and this is Zachary Mushkatel, which I assume he withdraws soon. So, yep, March 4th, notice of appearance. By March 10th, he withdraws. Motion to withdraw with client consent. I wonder what happens does anybody know what happens if they file a motion to withdraw and they don't have client consent? Spoiler alert, Charlie is Greg. Hey, y'all, who wants to talk like a rational person? Not today, Charlie. Not today. Ain't gonna happen. She whines and thinks this will result in the judge preventing it. Right, she just thinks if she stomps her feet, she'll get her way. I wish they don't say it, but I really wish that they had to tell you why they were withdrawing. Like, what was the point? Then she has... Nope, something's not right. Because by March 4th, this doesn't make any sense. By March 4th, she already says that she filed a bar complaint against Carrie Ramos. So March 21st, it says that there's a notice of entry of appearance and is now being represented by Carrie Ramos. Is that right? That seems bad. Why is that backwards? What's the date on this? Oh, yeah. Recently submitted, 21st of March of 2022. But this says that she filed oh, because this is August 1st. Why are these dates? This is further up ahead. Okay. So this is further up ahead because this is August 1st, not March 4th. Why is that here? Oy. Okay, so then Carrie Ramos comes in March 21st, June 13th. She withdraws. And then here we go. Okay, so it's here twice. Whoops. Okay, so we have it here twice. August 1st, Laura engages in forbidden ex parte communications with the judge via email, alleging Greg Gillespie and his lawyer Greg Woodnick somehow orchestrated the March 4th assault. Laura falsely claims the FBI investigated the matter. Right. As someone who's married a Leo 25 years, logic does not exist in Laura Land. Court approves of withdrawal or not. Yeah, I just wish we would know. March 4th is happy birthday. Justice for Ramos. Listen to Bacon and see what chaos is going on. Sit back and relax, baby. Sorry I'm late. Gotten days and nights ass backwards. Thanks, depression. Oh, no. Hope you start to feel better. Wild Logic Wednesday. God damn it, Bruce. Stop trying to logic. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we saying about March 4th? No, it's just these two are a little bit. This should be down here is where we're at. Laura files a notice of appearance and is now being represented by Kyle O'Dwyer. How long does it take him to get out of here? For legal services. Another hearing, August 17th, another hearing for Greg Gillespie's motion to dismiss. Let me just see this. Okay. We are going to watch this on Wednesday. So we've gotten to the point that we will watch this on Wednesday. I think that's great. I think this is a perfect place to stop. So, motions without the consent of the client is prohibited. Lawyer can lose license due to not introducing information to a client. What is best for the client but needs to be represented. Yeah, but I just they always say like motion to withdraw from the case with client consent. Like, is there ever a time that the lawyer is like, I cannot do this anymore? I don't know. I have to look into that. Okay, so on Wednesday, we will cover the August 17th hearing. So bring your popcorn. Hearing. Greg Gillespie. Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. For this week, I am going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then next week, when my kid starts camp and my son goes to summer school, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll be on at 11. Tuesday, Thursday, I'll be on at 8. Are we good? Okay. And right now, for the next couple of minutes, we can talk some she's. And then I can go be a mom again. And we can thank our babysitter for taking care of them kids. And I can hear them running around upstairs. So they've been playing, which makes me feel good. Oh, it'll be a Sassy Beard Wednesday. Google the song, The Logic Song by Scooter. This immediately gets stuck in my head since Charlie and his Logic joined the chat the other day. And I think I told you guys this. For anybody who doesn't know, Charlie is an ex-cop. Charlie, were you a detective? I know you were an ex-cop for a long time. Or you were a police officer for a long time. So it's funny to have him in the chat. And he's trying to like now put all these pieces together with like his detective hat on. And it's just so funny because it's like you can't do that in this case. You cannot logic in this case. Making a bunch of shirts. But it will be sad. No one will get the references. We will, Wallace. We will. If he's privately hired, yeah, doesn't have to do anything. That's the way I hear. I don't know about Arizona. Okay. You can withdraw if there's a conflict of interest. Yes, they need to notify the client they will be removing themselves from the case. Right, but what if they don't? What if they're like, no? Can you just say no? I don't know. Evening cocktails with bacon. Hell yeah. I'll have to send some pics in the Discord. I know, I'm sorry, Mr. Pike. You don't have to be here. It's fine. Yes, yay to our sitter. Let's see. I'm starting a petition to have her picture added to Webster's dictionary next to the word malignant. We'll send all the notifications. Don't worry. I don't know why it does that. If you're in the Discord, which you should have, because you have the green, so you're a member. So if you are in the Discord, I personally send out a notification. Withdrawal can happen with ethical concern, happens all the time without their approval. Okay. Yes, investigator and retired captain, 25 years. Hell yeah, Charlie. Hell yeah. Has Charlie seen worst ex ever yet? Who's that? What's that? Yeah, sure, Charlie. We're sure you're not Master Hacker Greg. Oh, I said hello. Hello. No, the client does not have a choice. Only requirement is that they notify the client. Okay. Yes, a lawyer can withdraw without consent of the client, but it has to go before the judge, and he makes the decision. Sarah Boone got broken up with by lots of lawyers. Okay. Tuesdays are replay crew for me. Can't listen live at my work for free bookstore job. No problem. Laura Leach. Yeah. Also, I'll get my outline together for Mackenzie. Okay, so you guys are absolutely wonderful. I have had a wonderful day today. I was so glad to come back and just be like all refreshed and get into this. So we have my schedule set up as we move along. If you guys are not already subscribed, please consider doing so. For all our new members today, 8 a.m. I'll be here at 8 a.m. Well, around 8 a.m. I have to see what time the bus picks up my son. So we'll see. But maybe it'll be like 9 to 11:30. I don't know. We'll see. I have to see what time he gets picked up. But thank you guys for being here. If you're not already considered, please subscribing. If you are a new member, enjoy all your member perks. If you guys ever have any sort of suggestion on what you would want as a member perk, please let me know. If it's something that I could do, I would be happy to give it to you guys. I want to give you guys all the stuff. Thank you, Bacon, for another live. Thank you, Sir Crazy. So, if you have not liked the stream yet, please like it. If you get a chance to hype it when it's all processed and put through, that also helps. You guys are the best. I had a very good time. I'm going to go wash my face and take my makeup off so I can go sweat outside in the backyard with my kids, maybe get on the trampoline. And yeah, I will see you same bat time, same bat place Wednesday. Okay? Bye-bye.